1027 WNEW, New York.
I have a perfect broadcasting live from beautiful Midtown Manhattan. We're on a clear night you can almost see George W. Bush interrupting his golf game just enough to let everyone know the Middle East situation has him teed off. It's the Ron and Fez Show, and I'm your announcer, Tenacious C. And now let's introduce your hosts. Two guys who really miss the way I open up for them. Here they are, Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley, radio's perfect pair.
Buddies. So Ron and Fez Show live, completely live, on Monday, August 5th.
I didn't know you had a calendar on your watch. Very nice, Watley.
Yes, I do. But it doesn't, a lot of times I have to reset it. If I hit one of those months that only has 30 days,
sure,
it'll still go to 31, and then I got to make sure that I did it right.
When you don't know what month it is, you're whacked.
That's when it's time for the little vacay. Tenacious C on the opening tonight. Thank you, Tenacious C.
Great job, Tenacious C. No Billy tonight?
No.
Again? Can we just fire him?
Yes.
Friday he announces his big gig. He's going to embarrass us by opening up for Norton. And you know, do an awful job, Fez.
It's just awful. I don't know how Billy Staples weaseled his way into this gig, but he's going to be with Norton at the Yellow Discipline Tour, Count Basie Theater. That's Red Bank, New Jersey, Saturday, August 10th. So some tickets still available at the Count Basie box office and through Ticketmaster.
It's going to be the opening of that show is going to be so awful. I just hope Norton can bring the crowd back. He's so unfunny, and he never shows up for work anymore.
Never. I don't know if maybe he's working on his act, Ronnie. Maybe he's polishing up his act, getting his chops.
The only thing his act's going to be is, wait, come back. Ouch. Fruit hurts.
If they're smart at Count Basie, they'll go ahead and open a concession of rotten tomatoes, heads of lettuce, and eggs.
Just please do us a favor. Don't let him introduce himself as being from the Ron and Fez Show, and don't everybody yell, you suck, Staples at him.
Yes, please. Whatever you do, let the man work. It would be awful if we had to hear that he had to endure a Staples sucks chant.
That would be terrible.
That would be awful, and it's not fair.
Here, Brian has a question for us right off the bat. You're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Brian.
Hey, happy Kwanzaa. I was just checking to see if you guys were live today.
You know we're live.
And you know it's not Kwanzaa.
No.
It's too damn hot to be Kwanzaa.
You know, if you have Kwanzaa in Africa, I bet you never get that chill in the air where you say, wow, it's beginning to feel a lot like Kwanzaa. It's just always going to be hot.
You think they're talking about Kwanzaa, or they're just saying to each other, I'm starving and I have AIDS?
Oh, that could
That's the big conversation. I don't know what's worse, the starvation or the AIDS.
It's like Africa hot.
What do you want for Kwanzaa this year? ATZ? I don't know.
Hey, Frank, you're on Ron and Fez.
Frank.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I'm going to the show. I already have tickets, and if you want, I'll keep a tally. How many people boo and how many people laugh?
I can't imagine him doing well. I know he had a stupid little show over the weekend. And,
yeah, that was going to be in Long Beach at Brooklands.
I'm just curious. I'm just all out curious. I don't know what to expect.
Expect the worst.
Oh, yeah.
And I told him, I go, you can't do this show because you're not as funny as Norton, and it's going to make us pale in comparison to the O&A show.
Yeah, they're going to say from Opie and Anthony, here's Jim Norton.
And everybody's
going to
kill, and everybody will be happy.
And everyone will be thrilled. Before that, they're going to say from the Ron and Fez show, here's Billy Staples. Now, how are we supposed to look when that's our representative?
I'm just going to be the pessimist. I'm going to expect the worst. Anything, if I remotely laugh, then I guess I'll have a good time.
Do this, Frank. Come late.
Yeah.
Show fashionably late, like the Queen would.
It's like we decided to pick our athletes for the 2004 Olympics from the Special Olympics.
Right.
That's our representative. Some 100-yard dash tard. The 100-yard tard we're sending in.
All right, see you later, Frank.
I'll give you guys a call back on Monday, let you know how it went.
I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to know. We ought to take off Monday.
Just so we don't have to hear the reviews.
All right, Tenacious C, you going to take off, honey? Where are you going?
We're going to the Best Buy at the Fashion Center Mall in Paramus, New Jersey.
For what?
Because Lord of the Rings is being released tonight.
What's that got to do with
You love
radio?
the movie that much that you're going to wait in line to buy the DVD?
I don't understand.
Apparently I need to be there for it. I don't know.
I don't understand what that's got to do with radio.
Well, we're giving some stuff out to everybody, you know.
You giving away Lord of the Rings DVDs?
No, I think we already...
Sorry.
You know, those...
I assumed you're there for the gig.
She's just showing up in her low-rided jeans.
You look great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you do look great. All right, who you going with?
With Melissa and Matt.
Who's Matt?
Stifler, I guess.
Stifler.
Stifler, right.
Do me a favor. Don't let Stifler get in the lowriders.
Okay, well.
Keep him out.
I promise.
All right.
See you guys.
All right, say hi to Melissa St. Jude. Not our Melissa. Melissa St. Jude.
So it's Tenacious C at the Best Buy at the Fashion Mall in Paramus. Look for her at the Best Buy.
Here's Mike. You're on Fez.
Mike.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
Hey, since you don't want us to start a Staples Sucks chant, can we start a You Stink chant?
Well, nobody can... You stink. Nobody can stop it from that. All right, thanks, Mike. Staples, please. Let's get him to back out of this. What if we buy him a car? Will he back out?
A new pimpmobile. Is there any way to get Billy out of this show? As awful as it is, it may be time to call in a bomb threat.
Don't even joke about that. That's now you're talking like Hamptons. Here's Scott.
Well, trust me. There's going to be a bomb on that stage. His name Billy Staples.
Only for 15 minutes. They better not give him more than 15.
He's talking 20 or 30.
Scott, you're on the Fez.
Scott.
Hey, buddies. I want to know one thing. If Billy Staples goes down there and kills, are you guys going to jump back on the Billy Staples bandwagon?
Yes. Fez and I will jump on any bandwagon that's working.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Yeah.
We're expecting the worst, but...
Have we ever been on that bandwagon before?
If there's anything that works, Fez and I will say that we're behind it. It's the second it starts not to work that we leap off the bandwagon.
So you're doing the early distance, and then if he kills, you're going to jump on the bandwagon if he's on Conan, if he's on...
We know this guy. He's so unfunny, it's cringeworthy.
Well, he's according to him, he's restricted in, feels boxed in your format, and he's going to freeform down at...
I know.
South Jersey.
He does say that, but why isn't Norton boxed in? Why isn't Regan boxed in? Why isn't Schubert boxed in? Why is he the only comedian that can't be funny on the radio?
No one else seems to be affected by the limitations of radio.
He also can't be funny in the hallway, in the office, or we're at the diner later. All right, thanks a lot, Scott.
All right, buddy.
And at his size, he would really feel boxed in on the 50-yard line at Giant Stadium. He's that big. He's stapled and he won't lose weight. It's amazing.
All right, so this show, and Norton is hysterical.
Yeah, it's a Yellow Discipline Tour, Count Basie Theater in Red Bank, New Jersey. God, it's coming up. When is it? This Saturday? The 10th?
Yes, it is.
Oh, God. The countdown's on. We only have days to get Billy out of this gig.
I won't want any part of it. I guarantee you Martian is going to be so much better than him.
Martian, of course, is going to lead the RonFez.net band, the Mighty Mighty Mosh Tones, at our Rockin' Ribs Festival. That's going to be August 23rd on a Friday night at the Hard Rock Cafe.
Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies.
Yeah,
buddy.
Hey, you know, because I love the Ron and Fez show so much, after Billy bombs that night, if you guys need to go into hiding, stay away from the hostile crowds, I'll give you a place to stay for a while.
I'm going to tell you the truth. We might even change the name of the show. And you know what? I blame this on Norton for letting him in. And I know Norton is a good person, but I want to get Norton on the show and beg him to fire Billy.
Yeah, well, you know, like when the headlining band wants to look good, they pick a crap opening band. So it's the same principle, I think.
I don't
Do they ever actually pick an entire pile of real crap? Because that's what Billy is.
Here's the thing. It can't be in Norton's best interest to come out and follow Billy. Because now you're asking to pull the crowd up from way underground.
I can't imagine the bore-assing that Staples did to Jimmy Norton to get on this stage and in this show. It had to be relentless. I'm sure, you know what? I bet it was the whole sob story. You know, I lost my place. I lost my wife.
I don't want to hear about it. See,
I'm moving back in with my mom.
This
could really turn things around for me. I bet it was the whole sob story.
That's the exact opposite of comedy, though. You know? And that's the kind of things that he says. And, I mean, I don't want to ruin his dream. I know he has a dream of being a stand-up comedian, but he's awful.
Well, you know what? I just pose it to the audience. Has Billy ever made you laugh on this show? Has there ever been a laugh on this show?
I'll tell you mine. My big laugh is when Wild Thing shot him in the belly with the paintball gun.
Wild Thing turned on Staples, shot him in the belly to get out of being shot himself.
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Tony, what can we do for you?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I think you guys only have yourselves to blame on this one, because if Billy Staples didn't work for WNEW's Ron and Fez show,
yeah,
no one would book Billy Staples from New Jersey.
All right, now, here's the deal, though. Fez and I have never hired or fired a person on this show.
There's the first?
Yeah, everybody came in through somebody else.
Right.
And normally it all comes through Jeremy, and I guess Billy had been doing stuff for O&A, and that fell through, and he'd been hanging around the station.
Maybe there's a quota for slow people.
But why do we get them all?
Yeah.
Why do we get them all on our show?
See ya.
Let's spread the wealth around here. 877-692-1027.
Anyway, that's the nightmare that's bothering us right now.
That's what we had to deal with. Billy Staples opening for Jim Norton at the Count Basie Theater in Red Bank this Saturday.
Oh. Here's Green Lantern. Green Lantern, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello, Green Lantern.
Hi, Fez.
Hi, Green Lantern.
Big ass 1869.
All right, buddy.
Hey, did you guys see the Anna Nicole show last night?
You know, I watched that. Did you watch it, Fez?
Yeah, I did. I watched it on E.
And I was hoping to laugh and be a big fan, and it was just awful.
It would have been better off watching Billy's show.
It's just really not as funny as they think to laugh at her.
It's a bad show.
And it's basically like watching someone on Downs that really looks like they need to be Baker acted.
Here's what I thought the problem with the show is. You know, with Ozzy has conflict on his show. He's getting into it with his kids, with his neighbors. Ozzy is slow and out of it, and we can laugh at him because of that. Because there's conflict. This is just a couple of people trying to keep a retard happy. You want that show to work, you got to tease the retards, my friend.
Yeah, and, you know, even beyond that, though, at least with Ozzy, we know he's a successful person. We can kind of laugh of, here's a guy who's a star at work, and when he comes home, he's got to put up with his animals and his wife and his kids, and it makes us kind of amused that here's this guy who should have it made, doesn't. With her, here is this basically drugged out person who wouldn't be of any interest to you at all in your life.
It's a big girl on Downs that people are just trying to keep happy and pacified for a show.
And Howard Stern following her around. How is that funny? What's his whole thing? He's waiting for her to get paid and then he gets his money?
Yeah, because she's still waiting for her Howard Marshall money.
Right.
Her dead old husband's money to come in. He's the lawyer, and he's going to be right there until that big paycheck comes in.
He is so sleazy.
Yeah.
Because you can tell he hates her.
Oh, yeah, and, what lawyer has the time? How does this Howard Stern lawyer have the time to follow her around on every whim?
Just ridiculous.
He must not have any other clients.
Well, I'm going to give it another watch, but it did nothing for me. And the whole thing about getting her fat ass stuck, and there was things that were just done on purpose, that was supposed to be like, oh, my breast, you know what I mean?
Oh, my breasts keep popping out.
Oh, my ass is stuck.
They put her in a bathtub like she's President Taft.
And it's her idea. It's her idea of, laugh at me. And it's not funny. Oh, my dog's farting. It's not funny.
Stop farting. It's all bad.
It's really bad. Anybody know how the overnight ratings did on that?
Let's see if we can check on that. The Anna Nicole Smith show showed up last night at 10.
It's kind of quick. I don't know if the Monday ratings come in like that or you got to wait till Tuesday.
We'll see if we can find something on it. But they did a whole night of Anna Nicole Smith. Even that Hollywood story they did on her wasn't interesting.
No, she's a stripper who posed for Playboy, married an old man. What the hell? This means nothing.
They drew out that whole story to fill 2 hours leading up to the Anna Nicole Smith show. And there wasn't enough there. 877-692-1027.
Here's John. John, you're on Fez.
Hey, John, what's going on?
Buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
Buddy.
Hey, you guys paying Ferrall or something?
Why's that?
He's promoting you guys heavy on the Rock and Rib Festival.
What's he talking about?
He is, man. I'm telling
hold
you.
on, I got a piece of the tape.
How can I be the man? Shake it up.
Shake it up.
What did he say?
Well, they just were running running the spot like every 20 minutes. And Fez, don't be running down the FDR with cigars anymore either.
Don't know what that means.
We didn't catch it this morning.
That was a silly-ass joke from Ferrall.
Right,
So
Ferrall's back from vacation. Nice.
Yeah. All right, thanks a lot, John.
He thinks it's rack and ribs because he likes rack. Yak. He gets cack in his eye, but he likes looking at rack when he gets the cack out of his eye. How can you be the man when you're the man on the man ass? How can I be the man when you're the man? Shake it up. Shake it up.
How's that sports, the Rock and Ribs Festival?
I have no idea.
All the things going on in sports now. I'd rather hear about the WNBA.
He should be covering the WNBA. Friday night, the New York Liberty, they have their game against the Miami Soul, S-O-L, Spanish for sun.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
The Miami Soul. And all of a sudden, the Lesbians for Liberty
Is there anybody else?
are there. And they put together I don't know whether you call it a protest or what, but they organized where lesbian couples feel they're being ignored by the New York Liberty of the WNBA. They feel they're not doing enough to recognize their lesbian fan base. They're not even admitting they have a lesbian fan base. So they put together this little protest where every time there's a timeout, there's a break, the lesbian couples in the garden on Friday would get together and start smooching.
Well, the deal is this. I guess the WNBA doesn't or didn't expect that they were going to have so many lesbian fans, and they're leaving it up to each team to promote the way they want to promote. Other teams are doing, like, pro-lesbian promotions.
Right, yeah.
So far, the Liberty is not.
Yeah, Seattle, Sacramento, L.A., I think Minnesota, and Miami all do something for their gay fans. They have, like, gay fan discounts and stuff.
Right. Well, that's because
Gay days.
It's like 60 or 70%, I think, of the fans who show up.
And so they feel that they're just being ignored, that the Liberty isn't embracing them. The lesbian fan base.
Well, they should, because that's your fans.
And they said even though the Liberty boasts the only outed general manager and outed player in the entire league, they're still not openly courting that lesbian market.
Well, they've already got them. That's the deal. You don't court who you already have.
So that was the reason for the big kiss-off, I guess, on Friday night, when lesbian couples would stand and kiss during Liberty timeouts.
Well, let's come up for some promotional days that maybe the Liberty can do.
Well, that's fine. The lesbians are the New York Liberty fans.
Right.
So treat them to some things. It doesn't hurt anything.
Is this out of line, Fezzy? dildo days.
Dildo days with the Liberty, the New York Liberty. I don't think that's out of the question, Ronnie.
Now, do you give one away, or do they bring one, and then they get a free dog?
You know, the baseball teams have bat days.
Right.
They give away those little bats.
Sure.
Why not
even
dildo days?
Maybe even just foam ones that they can wave when the other team's trying to shoot a free throw.
What about special, like, commemorative Liberty back shavers for giveaways?
So everybody gets a back shaver, and then at halftime you lean forward and shave the girl's back in front of you.
That works. That way, you know, we got your back.
Right, we got your back.
New York Liberty, we got your back. Hair.
Although that sounds expensive, but people, I guarantee it'll get on, ESPN.
Yeah, you get a Lady Gillette sponsor or something. You should be able to pull something like that off.
Fezzy, what about something as simple as flannel night?
Flannel night. All right, for the New York Liberty. Come in, everyone's wearing flannel. We're going to fly the flannel.
Yeah.
For the New York Liberty.
We're flying our flannel.
That's perfect.
The flannel flag is flying.
See, that's perfect, Ronnie, because it's simple, but it's the acknowledgement that the fans want.
Right.
That's all they want is a little acknowledgement from the team.
I don't know whether you get into a lady gym teacher night.
Maybe half off or something.
Or just bring your lady gym teacher.
Bring your high school gym teacher.
It's Lady Gym Teacher Appreciation Night.
Ah, that's perfect. That's excellent.
Where you actually, they can bring them out there, they can vote on it.
And it's just a salute to the lady gym teachers.
Sure.
How about something like, maybe like a Chastity Bono lookalike contest?
Well, isn't that redundant?
Oh, yeah.
They all look like Chastity Bono.
But who's the best? Who's the closest?
What about just Chastity Bono night?
Sure.
When she comes out.
Just say you're going to have Bono sing the national anthem, but it's Chastity Bono.
What about Sideburn night?
That's nice. You come in, you show off your sideburns,
and it's
get a discount, something.
It's really unruly Sideburn night, because they never really try to tighten it up at all.
Maybe a sideburn section, Ronnie.
Sideburn section.
Where all those Liberty fans can sit there and cheer together.
All right, so many people have some ideas here. Here's Mark, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Hey, I think the top of the key, instead of being round, it should be a big vagina. A big triangle.
If you have a triangle from the top of the key, she shoots from the bush. That could be 3.
It's good.
Top of the trim. Maybe instead of a net, we have trim hanging down. Some kind of promotional idea.
Nothing but meat curtains.
So the Liberty fans understands that they do love their lesbian fans. And let's face it, this league is the most successful women's league ever.
The lesbians that are part of the Liberty fans, they just want to be appreciated. That's all. You know, maybe mullet discounts. Mullet discount day with the New York Liberty.
How about 300-pound plus night?
That works. You know, it's not going to be every night, so you're not going to show a loss, but on 300-pound plus night, you probably will.
Matthew writes in on the instant feedback, how about they play just one game in Birkenstocks?
Get Birkenstock to sponsor it, and you're all set.
Here is Tommy. Tommy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Tommy, what can we do for you?
Shake it up.
Shake it up.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
I think any chick that walks in with an Indigo Girl shirt should get in for half price.
Nice, Indigo night.
In they go with Indigo.
Right.
877-692-1027.
Here's John. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
John, what can we do for you?
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Well, we're trying to help out the Liberty, trying to prove that they're lesbian fans, that the Liberty's behind them.
I hear you. I hear the good people at Huffy are coming up with a promotional night.
What's that?
I believe it, Bikes for Dykes.
Dykes on Bikes night. Wanda and Joanne make a showing after all these years.
Let someone ride away on a nice new Huffy. The new Huffy Muffy.
Barry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Barry.
Buddy's 17492 here.
Hey, buddy.
at the end of the season, instead of having a Final Four tournament, they have the Flannel Four tournament.
The Flannel Four. I like that a lot.
Just as a way of saying, hey, we acknowledge our fans, we know who you are, and we know what you like to wear. Flannel. A lot of flannel.
Here's Pat. You're on the Fez.
Pat?
Yeah, I got a movie idea for this.
Oh, good.
You can do Above the Trim.
That would be cute. Above the Trim.
And maybe some of the fans have a chance to be an extra in that movie.
Here's Big Lou. You're on the Fez.
Yeah, they want to bring up the midweek attendance so that new Tuesday night promotion.
Say that again, Lou.
The Tuesday night trout.
Oh, the Tuesday Night Trout promotion or TNT, Fez.
There you go. Tuesday night trout.
Jim said, what about all-you-can-eat sushi night?
That's it. Concession stands offer more fish. That's perfect.
Sean, you're on a Fez.
Hey, Sean.
How can I be the chickadoo?
Hey, the first 1,000 dykes that show up to the stadium get a wallet and chain.
The big oversized wallet and dog chain.
Maybe it's something like that. You know how they have those T-shirt cannons? Yeah. Wallet and chain cannons. They shoot them out in the crowd.
I'm just worried somebody will get hurt. Nick, you're on the Fez.
They can take it. Nick.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
How about take it to the rim job night?
I'd like
Liberty player.
All right, thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I like the idea.
Thank you, Nick. What about, here's a person that always wants to help out New York City, always wants to show that the adopted state is her home state. How about meet Senator Clinton Day?
I know she'd be up for it.
Sure. She's probably there anyway, watching the game. Meet Senator Clinton Day with the New York Liberty.
Maybe Chelsea can even come in. From Chelsea. Here's Dan. You're on Manifest.
Dan.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
How about the Ann Hayes commemorative basketball night?
The Ann Hayes night.
I don't know.
They don't like her anymore, though.
No, they might want to do something like an Ann Hayes dunk tank.
Well, that would be cute.
Or just burn her in effigy over the court, over center court. Because they don't care for her. She traded teams.
She's a trader. Doug, you're on the Fez.
Doug.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Big ass 17-17.
All right, buddy.
You're holding two pair. Go ahead.
How about win a date with Ellen DeGenerate night?
If Ellen's up for that, yes. It makes sense.
She's looking for someone new.
I call her Ellen DeGenerate.
Steve said turkey baster night.
877-692-1027.
Footer, you're on Run of Fez.
Footer?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, Footer, you got him. Any woman to walk in with a piece of carpet hanging out of her mouth.
Carpet mouth night.
Huh.
Clean carpet night.
There you go. The carpetbaggers night.
Here's Trip says, what about strap-on wieners from the concession stands? Any way to let the lesbian fans of the Liberty know that they are there for them. They acknowledge their lesbian fans.
Other teams in the WNBA have embraced their lesbian fans.
And why shouldn't they?
They're the ones filling the seats, and I mean filling them.
Here's Jim, you're on Run of Fez.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
I think for couples night, what they ought to do is give away a lipstick and a box of power tools.
Thanks.
Lipstick and power tools. I love it. WNBA trying to find some promotional ideas to help them with their fans.
Well, we're doing it tonight.
They're lesbian fans.
Here's Josh. You're on the air, buddy.
Hey, 2127.
Hooah!
There's your hooah.
What about Old Timers Day where they feature Ann B. Davis? See ya.
Ann B. Davis night.
I have some promotional ideas.
Well, look who it is.
How can I be the chickadoo?
He's back. Scott Ferrall, what are you doing?
Ferrall in the house.
Gentlemen, good to see you.
What's happening, buddy?
I had to. I get such a rush when I cruise down, and I think of you.
Yeah.
When I bust off a round over to the Concha.
Oh, nice.
I get some fresh cigars.
Nice.
For your lip. Now, listen to me.
Thanks.
We have tonight for you. Honest to God, this is beautiful. I have some Puritos. When I open these up, they make me horny. Look. With gold. Look at the story of the family. And the kid going into exile. And then he came to the United States. to roll, you and I, these freshies. Now look.
Nice.
It's like Willy Wonka over here with these things.
You got the golden ticket.
Now we go to the Robusto collection, which I thought you'd appreciate. I had to bring you a stogie, and it's up to you what you need. I mean, what you need for your lip is up to you, my friend. Now, and I know that if this is up to you too, Fez, but I'm bringing, like, rock bands, and I'm bringing 50 beers on my lip to your party, so here we go. I got a punch, I got a macanudo, and I've got a Partagas Cifuente.
Beautiful.
They're all, I just thought that maybe tonight on a hot, steamy New York night that you might need one.
Beautiful. It's good to see you back, too, my friend.
What's happening?
You have a good vacation?
You're coming out to our Rock and Ribs gig?
Like you read about. I'd do anything to come to that bash. You guys throw huge, just gigging parties. And I also know Hard Rock Johnny, who's just a freak of nature. And it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see who the next Deep Purple is.
Now, you're going to drink 50 beers?
My plan is to wear, something of erratic behavior, like pink bibs, maybe some, like your boy Liberace, and drink 50 bibs in like a corner. Put me in a cage.
Oh, I love it, Fezzy.
Nice. I'd have to be in a cage or some kind of corner where I'd shut up and just finish off the 50 beers.
Yeah, we'll put you up in like a big high chair, like a judge's chair.
Well, you said that. Remember this weekend they had the King in the Court, the basketball tournament Nike put on? And the guy Campbell won. He shot it. No one could stop him. I'd like to be the court of the party and be in the corner and be the corner deuce. Like, remember the dunce wore the hat?
Yeah, there you go.
And then I would finish off the 50. Remember you said a Friday night you wanted to do.
That's perfect, man.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
We'd love to have you there.
And the 23rd, it's a perfect day because I would leave from that party and have someone drive me to the Traverse Steaks the next day in Saratoga.
Oh, nice.
With a 50 beer buzz all the way up to upstate so I could see the people in the quaint little, as they call it, spa village.
You, my friend, have a plan.
He does have a plan.
I'm thinking, the minute I got back today, the first thing I thought of was you guys, because I saw that your bash was going down that day.
Yeah.
And I thought of the Travers, and then I thought of you tonight when I was down the street. I saw Boomer Esiason, Dick Enberg, and Bill McAtee within 30 seconds. I thought I was going to go gay. I didn't know what to think. So all I know is that I had to stop by and give you a freshie.
Beautiful. Thank you, my friend.
You guys, I'll see you soon. Keep up the rage.
All right, man. There he is. Fezzy, you never knew I was going to show up at the Rock and Ribs. This is terrific.
Now we've got the announcement. Scott Ferrall. Ferrall in the morning on WNEW. He's going to be at the Ron and Festival of Rock and Ribs Friday, August 23rd. That's, of course, going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe on West 57th Street in Manhattan.
Ferrall is the only one who realizes I need a nice... Oh, thank you very much. He hits me with a cutter, too. That I need a nice cigar as a present.
He understands you, Ronnie. He takes care of you.
I'm going to clip these both before you leave and give you your clipper back. Because I'm gonna hit on both tonight.
You got a lighter?
Yeah, I got one. Thank you. All right. There he goes. There goes Ferrall.
Thanks, Ferrall.
See you guys.
All right, Ferrall, going to be on stage at the Rock and Ribs Fest. Drinking 50 beers, Ronnie. We're going to put him in a rat cage, something.
And I have the feeling, without even asking, Anthony will be there.
That's good to know.
Do we know how we're giving out the tickets yet?
Yeah, we're going to do some on the air, and we're also going to do some out on the road at different locations.
Please with that.
So the Rock and Ribs Ron and Festival is coming up Friday, August 23rd. West 57th Street, the Hard Rock Cafe. That's a Friday night.
Here's Carla. Carla, you're on Ron and Fez.
Carla, what can we do for you?
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
How about the waxed wood floor appreciation night?
I like that.
There we go. Buddy. See ya.
Almost shirts against skins. Maybe that we set up the Liberty. You know, they're trying to honor their lesbian fans, and they haven't done a very good job of it. But it's shirt against skins.
For Wax Your Wooden Floor night. That way, the lesbian fans feel they're being taken care of. Just a little throwaway, Ronnie. Just something for them. Something promotional for the New York Liberty to do.
Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
I think they should change their mascot to a dinosaur, a lickalotopus.
A lickalotopus could be their mascot, Fez.
That'd be nice.
And he comes out, and everyone can get their picture taken with her.
What if we put Rosie O'Donnell in the big, furry, giant-headed mascot suit? Wait a minute. You're not going to need the suit. Just have her out there.
Because her head's furry and big.
Yeah.
All right, a lot of people have written in the Rosie O'Donnell bobblehead night.
She does that anyway.
Yeah.
877-692-1027.
Here is Joe. Joe, you're on Ron and Fez.
Joe, what can we do for you?
Buddy.
Yeah.
Instead of popcorn, I'm just going to sell the box for them to eat.
So it's eat a box night.
Eat a box night.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, cool.
Not bad ideas here, Fezzy.
See, people want to help out. They want to help out their New York Liberty.
Sure they do. Here's Sean. You're on Ron and Fez.
Sean, what can we do for you?
Let's shake it up, boys.
Oh, shake it up.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
Hey, Gatorade's getting involved. They want to be like Dyke.
Be like Dyke. Like Dyke. I want to be like Dyke. Here's Bleacher Anthony. How you doing there, Anthony? You're on the air, buddy.
Go ahead, Bleacher Anthony.
Hey, guys, what's up? For the lesbians that have adopted children, how about back to school night? Because that's coming up. The rainbow-colored notebook.
Always nice treat for everybody.
See, you take care of the kids, the parents are going to come back. The same-sex parents will come back.
Bill from Yorktown said as their new mascot, they could just be Peppermint Patty. The first really big Dyke sports fan.
I think her and Marcy were probably there kissing Friday night against Miami.
Pantera wrote in one that's interesting, Fezzy, and that's the big foam dildo finger.
Okay, cool.
I think they'll love that.
You'll see those waving in the crowd. Basketball fans love to wave stuff. That's perfect for them.
Ed said you could have the defensive player pick up the box out of the night and recognize the player who does the best work down low, and that's perfect.
Again, see, people want to help. They want to help out the New York Liberty. They just need some promotional ideas that are going to show the lesbian fans that they're appreciated.
Here's Walnuts. Walnuts, you're on Ron and Fez.
Walnuts, what do you got, buddy?
18952 checking in.
All right, buddy.
Buddy.
I think they should change the category steals to snatches. See ya.
Snatch that away. That's another snatch for the Liberty.
They lead the league in snatches.
Or they snatch the league, and I don't know how it'll work, but it'll be good. Colin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Colin.
Yeah.
All right, for Lesbian Night, they're going to bring out the new expansion team, the Tuna Town Tongue Ticklers.
All right, thank you. I don't know if we're ready for expansion, but, you know, you're trying, and that's a good thing.
And where's Tuna Town at?
Here's John. Buddy, you're on the air.
John.
What's going on?
Buddy.
How about anyone who wears a Katie Lang or Melissa Etheridge tour shirt gets half off?
Makes sense.
All right, thanks.
Because they're big fans. I don't know. Maybe if they did a thing like fans get to pull prizes out of Margaret Cho's pants.
That's a lot of prizes.
Just at halftime, fans gather around. Everyone gets to pull a big prize out of her big pants.
Here's Frank. You're on Ron and Fez.
Frank.
Yeah, guys, the beer of choice should be Bush beer.
Not a bad idea there, Fezzy. It's Bush night and drink all the Bush you can. See how many Bushes you can down.
It all comes down to promotion. You get a nice sponsor like that, it ties right in with the lesbian fan base.
Nobody can lick Bush beer night. Something that's really, you know, just moving this thing into this millennium.
Something that, you know, makes some of the fans feel like a community. Maybe you know how, like, baseball has its seventh inning stretch? Maybe the WNBA, the Liberty, could have their fourth quarter munch. Something like that.
I like that. Here's Rob. You're on Ron and Fez.
Rob.
Card number 8705.
All right, buddy.
Just like the Mets had International Week a couple weeks ago, the Liberty could start it off with Hot Taco Week.
What's wrong with that?
Hot tacos.
And you different colors. You even have pink ones there.
Nice. Spruce it up for the fans. Helping out the New York Liberty tonight. 877-692-1027.
George, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, George.
Hey, guys, how you doing tonight? How about the Benoit basketball giveaway? Get your balls out!
Get your balls out.
Not a bad idea. They're just small and they're on a chain.
Sounds good.
But they all say Liberty on them.
Oh, there you go. Maybe something simple like first 50 fans get to shower with the team.
First 50 fans shower with the team. They would love it.
They're escorted right into the locker room, and they're in there with the WNBA gals.
Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
How about a free trip to Reno with Mr. Janet Reno?
That's not bad.
Going to Reno with Reno.
Why not just go in the locker room with Reno and just say you're going to Reno?
Why wasn't she drafted by one of these teams?
Age.
Oh.
Knees.
So tall, though.
Yeah, her knee's no longer good, Fez. Can't move up and down the court. It's sad.
That's rough.
Larry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, how you doing, fellas?
Hey,
Larry.
Instead of cheerleaders, we have queer leaders.
Finally, now we're thinking. Well, we put the queer leading squad out there. So instead of like the Laker girls, you have really thick girls.
Yeah, you have the liquor girls.
Here's Chris. You're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Chris.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
We're helping out the Liberty, trying to come up with more promotional things. They'll keep the lesbian society there. They're pretty excited and happy about being Liberty fans.
How about somebody walking around with a big sign that just says Vag 316?
That I like.
Says, I just kicked your ass.
Here's Jason. You're on the air, buddy. How's it going?
Jason, what can we do for you?
24-23 here, guys.
All right, pal.
I hear they're going to have toasted tuna melt nights, as those ladies can sit around to eat something hot, moist, and smells like fish without all those pesky judgmental stares.
All right, thank you very much.
Something for the ladies. The Lesbians for Liberty, they're called.
He thought it out too much. Here's Andrew. You're on Run of Fez.
Andrew.
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
How about Elaine Boozler lookalike night?
How about just a lame boozler?
Oh, she's nasty.
This might be a little extreme, but how about just castrate a man night? You think they'd all show up? That's just to get them in the door.
Sure. And then don't actually do it?
Right.
How about castrate a lame boozler night? Just stay with something.
Sure, they're lesbians. I'm a lesbian. You're a lesbian. We're all lesbians.
I don't even know where that's from. Do you, Roy?
What is that?
It was from Ellen.
Let me see.
Sure, they're lesbians. I'm a lesbian. You're a lesbian. We're all lesbians.
That's not Ellen. But
No, it's not
from
Ellen.
an episode?
Yeah, it was one of her friends said it.
Great. Why isn't that show still on the air? It was so groundbreaking and funny.
Here's Al. Al, you're on Round of Fez.
Al, what can we do for you?
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about tossed salad night?
Thank you.
So many people wanting to help, Ronnie.
Mark, you're on Round of Fez.
Mark.
Hey, I was thinking that the team should grow out their armpit hair.
Maybe it's just armpit hair night, Fezzy.
Or would that be Italian night?
Maybe, there's a thing when it's set up where some of the Liberty staff can braid the arm hair, maybe dye it in the Liberty colors. That way you can really show your support.
Josh, you're on Round of Fez.
Josh.
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah, I got bring your own pie night.
Yeah. All you can eat pie.
There's lines around the garden waiting to get in to a big Liberty game.
We could go on all night doing this, Fezzy, but...
What do you know? You married a lesbian.
We have to take a break.
All right, then that we will do. 877-692-1027.
But actually, best of luck to the Liberty with this. I hope they take advantage.
Yeah, I mean, the fans are there. Treat them right. They're keeping the league alive.
We're on a Fez.
1027 WNEW, New York. Ron and Fez. Frequency 1027 WNEW.
You know you need New York.
Your chance to win. We're Ron and Fez. Playing You Know You Need, Unique New York. The way the game's played is you have to be able to pronounce the name of the game before you can try to answer the question, and hopefully you know your city, New York.
And what a prize we have, Fezzy. The C Streak giveaway.
That's right. Winner gets to choose their package, their C Street Cruise package. The packages include a trip to the Mets game, Yankee game, Hudson River Dayline Cruise, trips to Monmouth Park Racetrack, or even their famous Sunset Cruise. So nice and romantical.
I got to be out on the water because it's too damn hot right now in New York.
It's awful.
I can't take the heat anymore.
And we were supposed to get thunderstorms all afternoon that was going to drop the temperature 25 degrees.
I'm telling you, I felt sick like one of those old ladies who dies during a heat wave.
I got to get you a fan.
Yeah, no. I'm just going to sit in front of my freezer.
I got to kick open your door and get you a fan. Get those bars off your windows. They're painted shut.
Everything's painted shut in my apartment right now. Call 1-800-BOAT-RIDE, 1-800-BOAT-RIDE for more information and schedules to go to cstreak.com if you'd like to check it out. It's a lot of fun and a great way to cool off during this awful, awful summer.
All right, Ronnie, here's the You Know You Need Unique New York question. On which day of the year is the Empire State Building lit up in yellow and white? What day of the year is the Empire State Building traditionally lit up in yellow and white?
It's not Urine Day, is it?
No. Maybe it was when the musical Urinetown opened on Broadway. No.
Is that for the urine and semen parade that they have every year? All right, the Empire State Building in yellow and white.
Yellow and white. On which day of the year is the Empire State Building traditionally lit up in yellow and white?
It's not Jim Norton Appreciation Day.
No, it is not lit for the yellow discipline. Not whatsoever.
All right, Ken, we'll start with you. Try and help us out. Tell us what the name of the game show is.
You know you need unique New York.
All right, that's pretty good.
All right, Ken, you know the answer?
Yes, I do.
What's that?
Spring and Easter week.
Spring and Easter week. All right, there's the winning cowbell.
We'll accept it. Although our judge didn't know which way to go because you had it spring. Is that the only problem, Roy?
Had it as Easter Day.
Yeah, it's just Easter. It's during the Easter season, which is like
yeah,
the
but
week.
I would give it to him. You
when
know?
he said Easter week.
Here's the thing,
Right.
I'd give it to him for Easter. What threw you off? Spring?
Yeah, we said spring at first, and then...
Oh, that's fine.
And then he made it more specific with Easter.
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
He's good, and he's getting a C Streak cruise package. Again, cstreak.com, or give him a call, 1-800-BOAT-RIDE.
Very nice, Fezzi.
Now, Ronnie, speaking of religion...
Who was?
We were with Easter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Springtime.
I didn't
Springtime for me, because I'm Wiccan.
No, you're not. Are Lutherans Wiccans?
No, we are not Wiccans. We're Lutherans.
So it's just Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther started the Lutheran religion, not Martin Luther King Jr.
A black guy?
No, not a black guy. No, we're Lutherans, and we don't worship Martin Luther King Jr. Nice guy, but we don't worship him. He's not our God. Now, an article in Newsweek magazine, they surveyed 1,000 American adults, ages 18 and up. Ronnie, what percentage do you think of those 1,000 American adults said they believe in the existence of heaven?
Heaven.
Heaven.
I'm going to say it's pretty high, Fez. I'm going to say out of 1,000 people, it's going to be 600.
600. So what percent? Guess a percent for me.
That would be what, 60%?
60%.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, it's a little higher, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I couldn't do the math on 600 out of 1,000. A little bit higher, Ronnie. 76% believe there is a heaven.
Hi, Rory, I see you shaking your head. How come?
I would have thought it'd be a lot lower.
What would you have guessed?
I would have said somewhere like 40-45%.
Why? Your whole religion is based on people running into a mall strapped with bombs.
No, I'm a Catholic.
No, you're not, my friend. You, if anything, are just Palestinian.
I just thought that there's a lot of, church attendance is so much lower than it's ever been, and a lot more people are atheists, and...
Who's an atheist?
you just hear it around, like a lot of younger people are...
Yeah, but...
They're not really into the church anymore.
Yeah, but that's a big difference. And it's one thing not to be into the church. It's the second thing of being worried that there will be nothing after. And believe me, I go through that all the time.
Where you think there's just blankness, nothingness?
Yeah, and I actually had that dream about 2-3 weeks ago. I'm in my dream, and I'm being told by someone there is nothing after. It's like somebody that when you die, that's it. That's our only reason. And I'm going... Like I give an F, so what? I'm fighting in my dream, and I'm being like, good, I would like to turn this light off.
I would love for you to have a sweet dream one night. Just one.
Fez, yesterday, I had a nightmare that was so awful and so terrible, so New York-based, I won't even tell it on the air.
Really?
Yeah.
I had a bad one over the weekend with you and I in it.
What was it?
We were in the studio, we were doing the show.
Yeah.
And somebody, for some reason, I don't know who it was, some guest was here and brought in these Doberman pinchers that were trying to tear our faces off. We were each fighting a Doberman in here and trying to do the show.
I'll tell you
and
this.
all you could hear in the headphones was just dogs growling. Yes, that's it!
All right, I'm not as...
And tearing our faces off.
I'm not a psychologist, Fezzi, but those Dobermans are our producers. And Jeremy brings them into our life, and they try to tear our throats out. But we just keep going. We keep doing our show.
Thank you. As long as I know there's some meaning to it. I didn't mean to get us off track.
I think if anybody, I think in the back of your mind you at least want there to be a heaven, don't you?
Yeah, the doctor they interviewed for this Newsweek, the psychologist, this Newsweek article, he says that, people, it's, you're threatening one's entire self. You want to think that, people don't want to think about their mortality, so even if they die, they want to think something lives on.
Yeah, that's true. Although, do you think you lived before you were born here on Earth?
Yes. Not like reincarnation.
Yeah.
But I think we were in some other realm before we got here, like baby heaven.
All right, but does this get you? Does it worry you that you can't remember that now? That kind of bugs me.
That if we were somewhere and our soul was sent to Earth to inhabit a body, you think we'd have some sort of recollection of where we were before.
Here's my point. You're in the whole course of eternity.
Right.
No one spot is more important than another spot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So there's no reason to think. I mean, you would wonder. I think people would be worried if their soul goes on, but their personality and memory don't stay with it. I think that would freak people out. Like perhaps your soul goes on and you're just somebody else, and it's your soul, but it has nothing to do with your memory or your feelings or all the things that make you feel that you're you.
Right, all your uniqueness.
Right. Well, your uniqueness to this personality. But perhaps your soul is something so much bigger.
I think we carry all this back with us.
But we didn't carry anything from here, from wherever we came from, to here. At least that we know of.
877-692-1027.
And if there is no eternity, how weird is this trip? That you literally get born into a life, you bust your ass, you go to work, you try to do the right thing, you do this and that, you meet people, you fight with people, you have kids, and it means nothing, zero. You might as well have just laid there like a plant because there's no difference.
If there's nothing on the other side, this is the most colossal, universal waste of effing time ever.
Do you think? I mean, at least while we're here, it's not a waste of time. We're having a good time most of the time. It's just sad that there's pain involved. But I don't know.
So 76%, that's the percentage in the Newsweek poll of Americans that believe, there's heaven. Heaven exists. It's there.
And who doesn't want to believe in that? Who doesn't want to believe in something better down the road? I mean, I don't have any idea what it is. And you got to think it's better than here with our gravity and our problems.
It's got to be cooler.
Chrissy, you're around Fez.
Hi, Chrissy.
Yeah, I agree with Fez that just because, see, this is the thing. If we don't remember, it doesn't mean it wasn't there. We don't remember what happened to us when we were born or
when we were awfully young.
Exactly. We don't remember those things. That doesn't mean we were not there before. We were not somewhere before.
So how long do you think we've been here as souls?
I don't know. I mean, God, the Bible says He's known us by name for how long, That's how I feel anyway.
All right, thanks, honey.
Thank you, bye.
Right, bye-bye.
So this Earth has more people on it than it ever has in its history.
Yeah.
So that's just more and more. Are more souls getting made, or are they just always on the other side and they're just coming on in? Like a pool getting crowded.
Yeah, but maybe you're coming from other planets. Maybe your soul just died on, some planet trillion light years away.
Died on Melmac.
Hey, Mike, you're on the air, buddy.
Buddy.
Hey, pal.
Hi, Mike.
I would say we don't get any more out of life than any other animal, like a whale or anything else. You don't get anything else out of life. We create all the stuff around us, but you can't get anything more out of life than they do. That's it. This is it,
Well, why wouldn't a whale have a soul?
No, he does. That's what I'm saying. Your life is no different than like a squirrel's or they get just as much out of life as we do. Our life is not any much better than theirs. There's no real difference, I'm saying.
Oh, no.
I should have been a squirrel.
Now, here, let me tell you something. would you really rather be a squirrel or a person? I'd pick a person.
All you do is F, eat, jump from tree to tree. It's great. Swinging on
yeah, but
one
look
arm.
what you're eating and you're sleeping outside like an animal.
No, but you're warm, dude. You got no problem with that. You're an animal. You're effing.
I would hate it. I need a pair of pants. I need some shoes. I like TV. I'm not going to be just living in a tree like an effing squirrel.
It's all your imagination. TV is all what you want it to be. It's everything you set up for yourself. It's all created in front of you. What you want out of life is what you create, man. But you don't get anything more out of life than they do. You breathe, you eat, you get emotions, that's it, man.
Does a squirrel know if it's happy?
What?
Yeah,
but... know if it's happy when it's eating a nut, it's damn happy, and when it's busted a nut, it's even happier.
Yeah, but how many times is it not getting its nut? Both ways. And you're starving.
I mean, can a wild animal ever be happy? I mean, a dog gets excited. A domesticated dog gets excited when you throw something to it and pet it.
A seal looks happy to me, and a muskrat, anything that slides into water looks like it's happy. That's one. If I could be any kind of animal, it would be the type to slide down an embankment into some water.
How about a nice otter?
Yeah,
Laying on its back in a river, cracking open some shellfish for itself. 877-692-1027.
All right, people are writing in on the instant feedback that I'm wrong because the personality is the soul. Now, if you ever go by these things, they always say what? Body, mind, and soul.
Correct.
You got to figure that the mind is your personality. Your body is your body. You got no problem dropping that off at the end of this thing, especially not if you had a long life.
Sure.
Who wants it?
That's got to feel like a relief shedding that skin.
But the soul, something completely different. Something that we really don't even know. We can't figure out in this world.
Some sort of little light in there that's just keeping this whole physical thing going, maybe.
I don't know if that's true, Fez, because you got to figure, like in the Bible, they don't think that the animals have souls, right?
I don't believe so, no. I don't think they do.
And a mosquito has no trouble getting around doing things without a soul. You don't think a dog has a soul?
No, a dog does not have a soul.
I like to think that they do.
There will be no dogs in heaven. I'm sorry. No dogs allowed.
So a dog just stops existing in your thing?
Yes.
Now, wouldn't you be freaked out if you think you stopped existing?
Yes, I would feel bad if I thought like that. I would be scared, actually.
Then start thinking good things for the dog.
No! A dog is not going to heaven. No animal's going to heaven.
Here's, what about a really good dog, like a police dog that saves somebody?
Sorry, compost. That dog is just going back to the earth from which it came. After that dream I had, there would be no dogs in heaven.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Yeah, Ronnie, I'm very confused. You keep saying soul. You have a liver, you have a heart. These are all documented. We know we have them. You can take them out. Where is the soul? Where is it located? I don't understand.
Well, all right, before you get so excited with we have things documented, we've only been able to come up with those for a couple thousand years, but they always existed for us, right?
Right.
So just because you can't prove something, I mean, they didn't even prove gravity till when? Yet people weren't falling off the earth before we had gravity.
No, I understand that, but it's the brain and the human beings are just nothing but electrical impulses, your neurons, and that's it. People don't want to face up to that because if you have that bleak outlook, the world's not going to survive. They need illusions to believe in, such as religion.
We've always had myths. That's true. We've always had religion.
That's the nature of the human being.
But that seems to separate us, like Fezzi's talking about, from dogs and stuff. That we do have this feeling that there's something about us.
We're able to imagine the existence beyond. Something higher up the food chain here. And, of course, they say we were made in God's own image. God does not have a tail and 4 legs.
All right, Fezzi, I can't tell you how many people are mad at you right now on the instant feedback over.
For what?
For not believing in doggy heaven.
I'm not buying it. I am not buying a doggy heaven. If I die and I get to wherever we go and there's dogs there, I'll know I'm in hell. Because that's where dogs go. No, dogs do not go anywhere. They decompose like a tree would. And that is it.
Here's Rich on Run Fez.
Hey, Rich. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you about this theory I have. I believe that before eternity, as we knew it, we all had souls that were in heaven, you see. But everything was so perfect, we got bored, so we created a playground, which is Earth, and no matter how horrible our experiences on the planet are, we just come back feeling it was the greatest thing ever.
We're on the playground Earth.
Yeah, think about it. What do you think of that?
That's stupid. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
Actually, this could be a place to come and learn, Fez.
Yeah, maybe it's a nice university.
But if you're already with God and you're just so smart and you're so comfortable, it would seem stupid to go and try to squeeze your whole being into these stupid bodies and play this game.
I go through the pain that a human will go through. What are you supposed to get out of that?
Scott, you're on Run Fest. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Scott.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
I was thinking, if everybody's body is, say, a dog's body, a human's body, a bird, a cat, but they're all created energy, and we know by science that everything is created energy, and anything that's energy can never cease to exist, then maybe that's your soul.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So if there is energy out there, that energy can never cease
to exist.
So
once it started, it never stopped.
So it transforms into something else.
So maybe that's your soul. Maybe your energy coming from your consciousness, your brain, whatever. Maybe that's your soul that carries on to something else.
I'd say I have no problem with that. I know a lot of people would, but if suddenly I just got used up for something else, that wouldn't be so bad to me. To end up being the wind or the rain.
Oh, nice.
To me, that would actually be better than...
Like that Highwayman song.
Some stupid heaven where I'm walking into people.
People you don't want to see.
Plenty of people I don't want to see. I don't want to do that whole thing. I don't want to suddenly see a bunch of aunts and uncles and stuff. And, oh, God, now I got to go through this.
877-692-1027.
Mark, you're on Run a Fez.
Mark, what's going on?
Hey, yeah, I just want to go along with everything and just add it all together. Basically, your soul is your energy, and then in the universe is the good side and the bad side, and that's heaven and hell.
All right, so if you're bad, where would your energy go?
Goes to hell.
So there's good energy and bad energy? Is that what he's saying?
And I also believe that your soul can have both. That part of your energy goes to heaven and part of it goes to hell.
All right, thanks. I don't know about it.
All right, I don't want to get split in two.
Well, you don't mind losing weight. Maybe it's just the same way. You're just losing some of your evil. I have a feeling if I got to heaven, and it's like they say in the Bible, I'll still do something effed up there. I know I'm going to be busting people's balls, and then somebody else will be thinking, God, I'm in heaven, and this guy's busting my balls.
That's heaven for you. That's your heaven.
And I know I can't stop lying, but my heaven is somebody else's hell.
Maybe a bad person spends eternity with you, getting their balls busted.
That's Rory's hell.
You're in heaven, but they're in hell.
Jamie, you're on Run a Fez.
Hey, Jamie.
Hi. I'm going to say that I do not believe in heaven. I'd like to, but I really don't.
What religion were you raised?
I'm Jewish, and I went to private school, but I think heaven is something that we learned about and in the Bible, but it's just something that to have people look forward to be positive.
What do you think happens when you die? It's just it?
I don't think anything happens. I think that you have to do the best that you can while you're here for the next generation and keep giving.
All right, thanks a lot, honey.
Sure.
So maybe your only immortality is your children.
Great.
And then their children. And that way you're always still around.
Then they better start taking better care of themselves. You know what? I have no idea who my great-grandparents are. I couldn't tell you. Here's Carmela. Carmela, you're on Fez.
Carmela.
Hi, buddies.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
I agree with Ron as well. I don't believe there is a heaven or a hell. In that case, I'm just saying, let Billy win the big bucks in that case.
What is she talking about?
What did you say?
Huh?
I have no idea what you're saying, Carmela.
I'm saying if there's no heaven or hell, let Billy win the money from his case.
Oh, all right, thanks.
Oh. All right.
That was a callback to...
Yeah, here's a hymn for you. Wow.
Here's Michael. Michael, you're on Ron and Fez, buddy.
Michael.
Buddy.
Go ahead.
What can we do?
Hey,
We're doing
I
a show.
just got 70. Hello?
Michael, he's gone.
Here's Jamie. Jamie, you're on Ron and Fez.
What you call her hell? Hey, Jamie.
Hey, what's up? How you doing, guys?
Good.
Everything that you guys talking about, you can find in the Bible. I mean, it's right. I mean, it even
Yeah, but
says.
it's so big and it just
Oh,
goes
come
on and on.
No, if you look, I mean, even with
You got those really boring books like Leviticus.
it says dogs, or not dogs, the animals and plants that have spirit. It doesn't actually say soul, but it says spirit. So I don't
Spirit's
know. in
plenty.
relation- And as far as us as humans, I mean, we the flesh is what actually we have to fight against, like what we want to do and what we shouldn't do. And our choice is basically what separates us from the animals. That's really what separates us.
Because they don't have the choice.
I know, but there are good dogs and bad dogs. We know this.
That's true, but we have the choice and we know the difference between good and bad. It's not just nature. We have the choice to fight against the nature of our actual flesh, our body.
Yeah, but I know a dog, if you teach him not to crap on the carpet, sometimes he'll decide to do it anyway. Just to get attention. That's a bad dog.
That is a bad dog. But that's basically what you're fighting against. I mean, you're fighting against the natural tendencies of your body, what you want to do, and what's not supposed to be done. You have to follow basically what God says, those 10 commandments. That's what you have to follow.
There's 10?
Those 10.
I only got 5. Because I didn't finish reading the Bible.
Turn that page over. There's more on the back.
All right, guys. Love you.
Hi, Jamie.
He loves us.
Personal.
Well, he means it in a heavenly way.
Ah, okay. Well, I guess that's nice then.
Here's Sharon. Sharon, you're on Manifest.
Sharon.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
I just wanted to say I don't believe in heaven or hell. I think that that people created that whole idea because they needed to keep themselves occupied. It's really for weak people. But if heaven did exist, I think that dogs would be allowed because dogs are much better than people are. And I would trade most of my family for my dog.
I believe that you would.
Sure they feel the same way.
I would believe that you would. Here's Sean. Sean, you're on Manifest.
Sean.
Yeah, there's something about physics that proves spirituality.
What's that? What has physics proven, Sean?
Well, Einstein theorized that all things are particles and waves at the same time.
Okay.
Like light. So therefore, couldn't life and our spirit be the waveform that we can't really feel and experience?
Sean, I honestly believe that you're right there. I think it has something to do with that. I think that we go on and something very weird into the universe, Fez.
That's a good feeling.
Whether you want to or not.
To just go on. To keep going. To know that, I wonder, golly. Me, I see heaven as, you know that movie Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks?
Yeah.
I see it a lot like that.
Well, maybe you're Jewish like him.
Where you're a child of the universe and you move on, you get promoted, you do work to become more and more involved in the universe.
Maybe you're like a Scientologist then. You sound like a Scientologist to me. You should take some courses.
Huh. Maybe I'll get that people meter or whatever, the e-meter thing or whatever it's called. Test my biorhythms.
I don't know what it's called there, but you sound like you're one of those people to me. Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Manifest.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were talking about the Bible before. The Bible was written by a bunch of guys who did opium and drank freely.
That don't make you a bad person.
Oh, no, not at all. Not by any means. But if you think about it, put it in perspective, you have billions of people who are believing in what these guys scribbled onto paper because they followed a man who said that he came for them, and they were all tripping off their asses. And
who was tripping?
No, absolutely nobody's perfect, but I think
who tripped in the Bible?
Excuse me?
Who was tripping in the Bible?
Well, they never said it. Well, actually, they did say it. It was actually in quite a few of the books of the Gospel that they drank and did a lot of different drugs.
What drugs?
Where does it say? What drugs did they do in the Bible?
Drinking wine as a beverage.
Just explain it to us.
If you read about the persecution of Jesus, they said the priests the priests took part in the poppies, and they used to get loaded, like uncontrollably loaded.
It says poppies and got loaded in the Bible.
Well, not specifically, obviously.
What does it say, Rob?
Like I said, it says that they used to do a lot of drugs and they used to drink a lot.
Rob, how does it say it in the Bible?
How is it worded?
Yeah, so that you don't sound like a nut yelling poppies will get them.
No,
poppies will make them sleep.
Pusher, but I know I went to Catholic schools, and I know that's what it was in. It's in there.
Nobody said do drugs.
Oh, it didn't. It wasn't called that. Obviously, they didn't say doing drugs.
What was it called?
Like I said, they used to take part in the poppies.
You might be thinking of Jimi Hendrix or Lenny Bruce.
No.
You're thinking of Lenny Bruce.
No, but this is my point. Scientifically, what is written in the Bible was proven to be false, and the bottom line.
So stupid. It's pot thoughts, Ronnie. Monday night pot thoughts.
Here's Michael. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Michael. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, Ron, there is absolutely no way that dogs have souls. Sorry.
Why?
Well, if dogs have souls, then cows have souls, right?
Right.
Well, every time you eat a hamburger, you're eating a soul burger. Just imagine that.
I think you are.
You're chewing on an animal's soul.
You're not. That part wouldn't be the soul. The soul goes on. I'm not eating soul food, although I love it.
Soul burgers for Ron. See you later, guys.
That's it. The hell's he talking? Everybody's nuts.
That made no sense. Maybe he's doing the poppies.
Here's Suzanne.
Hey, Susan.
Hello?
Suzanne, is it, or Susan?
Susan.
All right, there's a Z in there.
All right, some retard out in the hallway needs to learn how to spell Susan.
I'm going to send him to meet his maker. I'm going to send him to a deep, dark place, and by God, I'll have fun doing it.
You don't have to do that. It's all right.
Okay, honey.
I wanted to ask Fez a question. You said that you don't believe that dogs have souls. What about, like gorillas, like the next closest, evolutionary relatives of humans?
Gorillas have no souls.
What about a small
that speaks
soul?
the sign language, Coco,
Coco is going to heaven.
Yeah.
Coco's not going to heaven. Gorillas have no souls.
Come on. How can you say that?
Does that upset you?
Well, we evolved from them. At what point in evolution did we did we gain a soul?
Who said we evolved from gorillas?
Who said we did?
We didn't evolve from gorillas.
Okay, well, if you don't believe that, then I don't know what you believe.
All right, honey, here's what I do believe in.
Okay.
All right, Susan. Thanks, honey. And
click.
And honey, don't worry, all gorillas go to heaven. I know this.
Stupid gorilla.
I say, if you can learn to skate, you can get into heaven. Lisa, you're on Run of Fez.
Lisa.
Yeah. Okay, let me tell you something. God forbid one of my relatives had anything to do with writing parts of the Bible. It's the biggest exaggeration. So how can we believe any of it anyway?
What does this have to do with your relatives?
I'm just saying, if any of my relatives were one of the apostles going back in time, the Bible could be so exaggerated that how can we believe any of it?
I got to agree with her. The Bible sounds nuts to me half the time. And they disagree with each other in there.
877-692-1027 is our toll-free phone number. Talking about a new article in Newsweek magazine, and it includes a poll that says 76% of the Americans that they did question believe in the existence of heaven.
Hey, Jim, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Jim.
How you doing, guys?
Go ahead, Jim.
I just wanted to say, I don't believe that there's a heaven or there's a hell. I believe that, everything is happening right now. And, the past happened now and the future happened now. And they're even trying to scientifically prove this.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is happening on one parallel line.
Right. So it's all right. So what you're saying is all time, as we know of, is all on one line, and we just happen to be on this one spot of the line.
Exactly.
That's all we can see from where we're at.
At this exact moment. And it doesn't end or it doesn't start. There's no end and there's no beginning.
All right, then how come when I close my eyes at night, I don't wake up and I'm 11? What's keeping me on this line if it doesn't matter where we are in it?
Yeah, what keeps you on track? Keeps you moving?
I got to work on my theory a little bit, you know?
I like your theory, though.
See?
Thanks, Jim.
Who was it? George Carlin, I think, said we only invented time so everything doesn't happen at the same time. And it's kind of true. It kind of feels that way. Because maybe it all just, there's everything, and this is our only way of figuring it out.
Just a nice way to sort some things.
All right, Irene, go ahead. You're on fast.
I definitely believe, though I'm not a fanatic, I have proof that there is an afterlife. You're going to see every one of your dead relatives. They're looking at you right now.
Don't start that.
You're in the third dimension. They're in the fourth dimension. They're not up in the sky. They're looking at you, and they're just a few inches away from you.
Why can't we see them?
Because they are in a different frequency. They are on an extremely, like when you look at a fan, and it's turning, do you see the blades? No. It's almost invisible.
Yeah, I can see the blades.
10 years is like a minute to them.
See the what?
10 years is like a minute to them.
All right, how long is 20 years? 2 minutes?
I don't know. But everything is on a fast frequency. Did you ever hear of Gary Zukav? He is a fascinating person. He's a former Green Beret. He's mesmerizing to hear. And he wrote this.
Oh, wait a minute, Irene.
Yeah.
You're the take it back lady, right?
Yeah, but I'm
You're
not
the
here to talk about
crazy
that.
lady.
I'm not crazy, and I don't want to talk about that. I just want to talk about what your subject is. A person's personality is much larger than what it really is.
All right, where's your
body
ex-boyfriend?
uses a personality to learn. When a person dies, the soul in its entirety goes home.
Is your
real home
is your ex-boyfriend still looking at you?
I don't want to talk about that. I just want to talk about the afterlife.
From the bathroom? Can you do coke in afterlife?
I don't know how you guys have such a great memory. I'm not that important where you remember me. I just want to talk about the afterlife. There is an afterlife. You are in the human soul group. You can't come back as an animal. You're not an animal. You are in a different soul group. You're a human
Likewise.
soul group. And
if I came back in a soul group, I'd want it to be the OJs.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or actually, Melvin. Hold on. I wouldn't mind coming back as Melvin in the Blue Notes.
That's a good soul group to come back in.
Not a lot of people even bring them up.
If it was up to me, I'm not coming back at all.
Please, I wish you'd leave here. I wish you'd leave the show.
And why is that?
Because you're a maniac.
I just wanted to talk about a soul. I don't care what you think of me. And I don't care what you think of me. I just wanted to talk about, you asked if there's an afterlife. Do you want to talk about that? Or if I'm such a maniac, why are you so interested in me?
You called us. We didn't call you at home.
I want to talk about the afterlife, not whether or not about me.
Your boyfriend couldn't wait to get to it.
What are you trying to copy? Are you trying to copy your former friends that came before you? I thought you were better than that.
They're our former friends. They used to be our friends.
Now they're former friends.
Do you want to know? Or do you want to talk about me?
Let's talk about you.
I'm willing to drop the subject and talk about something interesting.
I don't know if
besides
heaven
me.
exists, but I do know hell does now.
Well,
I've
it so
realized
happens that they dug a hole in Russia, and they had to stop. You know why? Because they
you
dug
wouldn't get
a
in
hole in Russia to the center of the earth, and they heard screaming noises from, it sounded like a gymnasium of screaming people.
That was not...
And they had to stop because it was an evil force.
They were digging a hole in your apartment, and you got into the next building.
Into the gym next door.
And so
they were digging a hole in Russia.
Ronnie, they heard a gymnasium of demons.
That's right. Personally, I don't care about that.
I knew gaggle
I
of
don't want to
geese.
hop on that either.
Yes.
I'm just telling you, there is
You
an
think that your
afterlife.
ex-boyfriend was down there in the gym, in the hell gym?
Saying, please, put the dirt back in. Don't let her find me.
Docs, there is an afterlife. A fascinating new study says there is definite proof that a soul exists.
Where's this fascinating new study
New
out
York
of?
Post, Monday, December 10th, 2001. The alleged evidence...
If it's in the New York Post, it's got to be true.
Doctors who studied 344 heart attack survivors found that more than 1 in 10 had experienced emotions, visions, or lucid thoughts. The search supports a long-held view that the mind can survive death.
Would any of the emotions...
But for how long?
Don't you...
when they bring
forever.
somebody back for 3 weeks...
You know what? You don't really live here. Your home is the afterlife.
Now let's let everybody into your house.
What?
Let us all into your house then.
You want to come to my house?
Go back to your home. Are you too good for your home?
I want Fez to lay right down where your boyfriend died.
All this climbing the chalk mark. The tape.
You're so... I don't know why you want to harp on that.
We're so interested.
I mean, I thought you were interested in this.
No.
You're not interested in this.
No.
So why do you bring up the subject?
We set this up to get you to call again.
Am I that important?
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Not just to us, but to our former friends.
I'm really that important? I don't see how I could make that much of an impression. I didn't think I was so important. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm not trying to start anything.
I wish the Russians would throw the dirt back in on you.
I believe that there is. I'm not a fanatic. I really don't care to
You're a maniac.
conform anybody. I'm not a maniac either.
You're quite mad.
No, I'm not. I'm angry, but I'm not mad.
When's the last time you went outside?
Today.
I thought you were afraid to go out.
I never said that.
Yeah.
No, I go out all the time.
It's in your listener file that Ronnie and I keep here.
You don't keep any files.
Oh, yes, we do. There it is.
You do.
There it is.
You do.
And we get to add another cuckoo addition to it.
I am not a cuckoo. I am just poor. You are a cuckoo, but you're rich.
Yeah. We're rich cuckoos.
Right.
We're cuckoos for Cocoa Puffs.
We're rich cuckoos. And Ronnie and I didn't know what to do with our money except start an eccentric radio show.
You wanted to know? I'm telling you. I believe there's an afterlife. I'm not a missionary. I'm not a I believe there is a soul. Why do you do this to me and not anybody else?
We all laugh at you.
Why? I'm not that important.
Yes, you are.
I'm not.
Did you ever see Did you ever see Rosemary's Baby?
No.
Well, all the rest of it are in together, and we want to get you pregnant with Satan's child.
I thought you were Satan. I thought you were Satan.
We're coming for you.
You're coming for me? Anyway, aside from all that.
What's in that gymnasium?
Oh, I heard that there was a study done. Do you ever listen to Art Bell? Do you ever listen to, I hate to, I'm allowed to say another radio station now, aren't I?
Yes, you're actually allowed to listen. You're allowed to listen to other radio shows during ours.
Ronnie, you ever
can I
listen to
mention
WHEL?
Let me tell you something. Art Bell mentioned that they tried to dig a hole in Russia to the center of the earth.
Well,
They
then
had
this got to be true. It's on Art Bell.
They had to stop because there was terrible screaming sounds coming from deep in the ground. It sounded that of millions and millions of people screaming, and they all fled.
We had that in Pennsylvania. We just let the miners out.
This is true. And he has a tape of it, and I heard it, and it's very spooky.
You sure it just wasn't people bugging your apartment again?
What? But I just thought I'd give you my opinion.
Get you.
Did anyone hear something?
We're going to get you, Irene.
Does anyone else hear voices?
We're coming for you.
By the way, that movie was some movie. I saw it 3 days after it came out.
What movie?
The Exorcist. And I'm telling you, I waited online for 2 hours.
Oh, you're so nutty.
You saw Birth of a Nation 3 days after it came out.
My mind. I was 3 rows away from the front. You weren't allowed to smoke in the theater. I kept smoking. I had a nervous breakdown afterwards.
No, you?
You saw The Exorcist. I saw it 3 days after it came out. That's right. It was a very scary movie.
You saw Gone with the Wind 3 days after it came out.
You're still talking.
If you really want to know about the souls and the afterlife,
I don't. I just want you to stop.
Find out about the works of Gary Zukov, James Von Prague, John Edwards, These are not quacks. They
These are
really
nuts.
know what they're
Everyone
talking
you
about.
talked about is a nut.
It's all part of the cuckoo squad.
Starting with Art Bell. They're all crazy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Then why do you bring up the subject at all?
To bring you in so we can get you to have
They're
Satan's
not nuts.
baby.
They're very intelligent. I believe in them. I don't care what you think. I'm not out to convert anybody. You have your
some
right
people
to
want
your
to
own
talk to you,
opinion.
okay?
What?
Some people want to talk to you and ask you some questions.
No, I don't think so.
Jimmy, you're on with Irene, the crazy lady.
Jim, go ahead.
Yeah, is this Carrie's mom? They're all gonna laugh at you.
Irene left now mad.
Oh no.
That's funny. Carrie's mom was the scariest thing ever.
She crawled back in her hole in Russia. I'm trying to bury her back in.
Now tell me you wouldn't rather be in heaven with a dog or a gorilla than with her.
Here, Boochie Boochie. Freak. 877-692-1027 is the toll-free phone number.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're on a Fez.
1027 WNEW.
All right, attention Soprano fans.
That's me, Fez.
You're a Soprano fan?
I'm a Soprano fan.
All right, here's an incredible offer for you then. You can own a limited edition commission piece of artwork of The Sopranos.
Get out of here.
This piece features the portraits of all 15 main characters, including Tony, and is signed by all of them. We're talking a one-of-a-kind piece here.
Beautiful. You know, I love The Sopranos, and I would love to have a big painting of them, and then have it signed by them all.
This thing's
Then
nice.
when my friends came over, I take them over to the painting. I say, this is a painting of The Sopranos, it's signed by them. What do you got? You know what I'm saying?
What are they going to say then? They got nothing.
I say, what do you got? Anything like this? Anything this nice?
Now, this is a 27 by 36 G-clay on canvas.
How big is it? That's nice and big, right?
Yeah, that's good size, huh? Includes actual photos of the cast members signing the artwork. So that way you got the proof right there.
Perfect in case any of my friends open up their big traps.
And they're like, you got any proof?
Yeah, I got proof.
Just shove those
What's
photos
this?
right in their fat faces.
Here's some bitchin' proof, all right? Now get out. You don't even belong in the same home that this beautiful Sopranos G-clay painting is. Get out.
That'll show them.
I'll just have me, my HBO running, and my beautiful painting of The Sopranos signed, Fez.
All right, if you want to get in on this limited edition.
I do. I already told you twice I do.
The Sopranos art. Call GT Sports Collectibles. 866-477-6789.
All right, let me write that number down again.
You got a pen this time?
Yes.
All right, 866-477-6789. 866-477-6789. All right? If you didn't get it, I'll give it to you during the rest of the commercials.
Let me tell you, Fezzy, these people that I'm throwing out after I show them the painting, you're one of them.
What? What did I do? I believe you.
You scream at me. Instead of just giving it to me nice when you know I'm excited.
866-477-6789. It's GT Sports Collectibles.
86.
Can't I just give this to you after the show?
Sure.
Maybe I'll write it down for you and just put it in your pocket, something like that?
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
That'll be better.
Now, this is a pre-Soprano season offer. Originally $1,400. These are going right now for only $695.
Wow.
$695, that's your price.
I'd be willing to pay 10 times that.
And there's only 500 available.
Good.
So call GT Sports Collectibles now, 866-477-6789. Get your Sopranos G-Clay on canvas with all 15 original cast member signatures from GT Sports Collectibles.
As soon as I get it, Fez, I'm going to show it to you.
Yeah?
And then I'm going to throw your ass right back out.
Why? I did nothing.
I don't need you slobbering all over this beautiful thing.
I want to see it. I promise I won't spill a thing on it. Again.
I don't need you now that I have my new Sopranos paint. I don't need you anymore. Those are my friends from this point on.
They're on paint. They're on canvas.
Yes. Beautifully. And then you said signed, too, right?
And signed, yes.
I'm getting it now.
866
right?
477-6789. All right, GT Sports Collectibles.
Beautiful, baby.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Felony charges against Allen Iverson are tossed out. Maybe I better toss out a Fezitorial. Well. A Philadelphia judge has decided to drop all felony charges against 76ers star Allen Iverson. And I haven't seen anything drop this fast since that time I found myself in Billy Ray Cyrus's dressing room. And my pants dropped faster than he did from the music charts. But what really bangs my trouser gavel is the fact that the same judge that dropped the serious charges against Allen Iverson admits that he is, in fact, a huge Allen Iverson fan. Please, people, how can a judge objectively look at a case when he's daydreaming about going one-on-one with the defendant? Now, even if the evidence does point towards dropping the charges against Iverson, this judge's love for the Sixers completely taints the decision. This judge should remove himself from the case and be replaced by a judge who just happens to be a Nets fan. That's fair, because even if Allen Iverson is convicted of the two remaining lesser charges, how can we be sure this biased judge will give him a proper sentence? If convicted, Allen Iverson will probably be sentenced to spending a weekend with the judge, shooting hoops and throwing naked women out of houses. That'll teach him. Maybe the judge will just give Allen Iverson some community service, where Iverson must spend one evening a month at the judge's home signing jerseys and basketballs for him. Why not sentence Allen Iverson to use his influence to get the judge's own sneaker deal, or a walk-on role in either the next Space Jam or Little Bow Wow basketball movie? I'm sure he's a fair judge. He'll probably just sentence Allen Iverson to a mandatory appearance at his son's school for show and tell. Or it could be just that Allen Iverson is ordered to call the judge after getting back from away games, just so the judge knows he got home okay. If next season we see this judge being introduced on the court with the rest of the team, or singing the national anthem to start a game, or wearing his hair in Allen Iverson braids, we're gonna know something's up. But you know, this whole thing reminds me of growing up in Pinellas Park, Florida, where one-on-one was a phrase referring to the total number of a person's top and bottom teeth. But it was there that I learned how much people idolize their sports stars. I remember Mother playing hoops out in the barn with our handyman named Boo Boo. Now, Mother considered herself a female Dr. J, and I would overhear her telling Boo Boo that she was ready to play doctor out in the barn. He didn't mind. He said she was a great ball handler. And he even called her Dr. J, although he always put a B before the J part. And then... Wait a minute. How about ducted on Mama? Anywho, the judge in the Allen Iverson case is biased, and he admits to it. It's wrong because you can't be fair with someone you admire. That's why I never judge Walter Hudson too harshly. Did that guy eat? And that's why a message must be sent to that courtroom, that justice must be done, and that we're here, we're queer, we will not disappear. This has been my Fezitorial. Thank you. So please let Ronnie know that the Fezitorial replay is done. He missed it. You come back to the studio.
They seem like they come around every 15, 20 minutes.
They do not.
These always know when you play them?
This is the Fezitorial replay that we do on Monday nights.
Thought we did a replay on late Friday night.
We do. We get 3 chances.
Jesus.
And you miss every one.
I think we better look that over. Seems like a lot for a Fezitorial.
You haven't heard any of them.
Seems like I don't have to worry about it. Be one coming right back around.
You won't have another one till Friday.
Let's call it the Ron and Fezitorial show.
Oh, wait, we have Friday off. 877-692-1027. Now, Ronnie, in Hollywood news.
Oh, good. I love Hollywood.
As we turn toward Hollywood, now, you know, Whoopi Goldberg, she's done with the Hollywood Squares.
Good.
She's out. She's not producing. She's not starring. She's not part of it.
Somebody said she might be on Broadway with Joan Rivers.
Really?
2 of them each doing stand-up.
All right.
She hasn't been on Broadway in a long time.
Now, Henry Winkler, Fonzie, he's taken over as one of the producers of the Hollywood Squares syndicated game show.
You're kidding me.
It's so weird. And he's talking about who's going to fill the spot for Whoopi in the center square. So here's one of the names that's going in the center square. Alec Baldwin.
No way.
Movie star Alec Baldwin is going in the center square on Hollywood Squares. Not going to be the permanent center square, but he's one of the choices.
It doesn't seem like that would be good for him.
I don't see how it could possibly help him whatsoever.
The guy was a big movie star.
What happened? How did you go from being a big movie star to center square? Where did that downhill slide begin?
I'll tell you where what was the beginning of the end for Mr. Alec Baldwin. That's when he stopped doing the Jack Ryan stuff.
Oh, yeah, he did Hunt for Red October. What was that, 1990, I think?
It was a long time ago. And he was huge then.
And then he gave up that role.
And now he's going to be Paul Lynde Jr.?
He hopes. He hopes to be Paul Lynde Jr. This is the only thing he's got going for him right now is the center square.
What's the last movie he did? State and Maine, he was like, had a small part.
I don't know, I have to look up Alec Baldwin on the IMDb.
Huge mistake, Alec.
Wasn't he doing something where he was going after Demi Moore who was going to testify against him?
I have Royal Tenenbaums as being the last, but he was just the narrator.
Was a voiceover.
Yeah.
Hell, Fez gets voiceover work.
Thank you. On the Fezitorial.
Pearl Harbor.
Oh, yeah, that's when he kept saying these damn Japs. But see, that was a very small part for him there, too.
See, that he's a former leading man. He should still be a leading man.
He was the best thing in Glengarry Glen Ross. He blew away all these great actors.
Find something from him. 877-692-1027.
Goes to Mississippi.
I'm telling you, you stick with the Jack Ryan stuff, you're a big star.
Instead, he starts the beginning of the end for himself.
It was the beginning of the end.
When he gave up Jack Ryan.
That's a huge mistake to make with your career, Alec. Huge mistake. I'm sure he knows it now.
He'll have a lot of time to think about it in the center square.
I'm sure he wakes up at night going, damn it. I should have stayed with that Jack Ryan thing.
877-692-1027.
Here's Ken. Ken, you're on Irene Fez.
Ken.
Yeah, how's it going? I hear that Jacko and Bubbles are going to be the middle square in Hollywood Squares now.
Seriously, or are you just joking?
Oh, I heard it.
He didn't hear it. But Michael Jackson, another guy who it's the beginning of the end. Where did he, they talk about the Motown special where he first moonwalked.
Yeah.
Huge Thriller album. The guy had fans. He wasn't a guy that was getting made fun of constantly. He didn't become some sort of media joke. Where's his beginning of his end?
Well, when people made fun of him, it was when his hair caught on fire.
Oh, the Pepsi commercial.
But people stopped liking him when he started molesting kids.
Yeah. But he was... So you say he was already the beginning of the end when all the Neverland Ranch hijinks came out?
Well, people were starting to already say, hey, he's with kids a lot. This is odd. He's always got a kid on his lap.
When you start carrying a Manuel Lewis Webster around with you.
Right.
You go to award shows, and you have a kid who, although he's little, is too old to be sitting on someone's lap.
Right. But at least you felt like, all right, that's a famous kid. Maybe he's on to something. These other kids that he was just like picking up poor kids, buying their parents a TV set, and then taking them for the ranch for a week and a half.
For big week-long sleepovers.
So his beginning of the end was hanging around with little kids. That was the beginning of the end of Mr. Michael Jackson.
877-692-1027.
All right, give me the name of anybody, Fez, and I'll tell you the beginning of the end for him.
All right.
If anybody else wants to play this game.
This sounds good.
You can. This is a huge mistake to make in life.
All right. Beginning of the end, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson, not the same Mike Tyson that he once was. He obviously wasn't in the ring against Lennox Lewis.
Right. Well, this happens to every fighter, but his peak went over very, very quick. I guess...
And there was troubles before he went to prison, right?
Yeah. Buster Douglas was before he went to prison. The simplest thing to say is getting knocked out once is the worst thing that can happen for that kind of fighter. So I'm going to probably go Buster Douglas before anything else happened. But really, his beginning of the end, Cus D'Amato dying.
Oh, okay. Cus D'Amato.
Cuz D'Amato made sure that this kid was where he was supposed to be, that he ate his vegetables, that he got to sleep at night, that he didn't hurt anybody else outside the ring. He watched out for him. But it's a huge, huge mistake when that guy died and nobody else was able to fill in. Because then he ended up firing everybody else and going with Don King.
And I'll throw into that, too, something that'll get you down the slippery slope. When Robin Givens, not so much the divorce, but when she started yapping and saying her life was hell, and then she tried to take it back.
I think maybe even meeting Robin Givens was an awful thing.
That would be anyone's beginning of their end. Anyone who runs the door on the street.
Now, did they say that he used to punch her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she claimed physical abuse at the hands of Iron Mike.
I honestly don't think he hit her hard enough. I think that was another problem for him. If you got to hit her, she got to stay down.
Okay, let's do this one.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Rosie O'Donnell. She had something really going for her. Very popular. The talk show a big hit. She was doing movies, everything like that. Now, pretty much a joke. She's someone that gets made fun of.
Where was the beginning and the end for Rosie O'Donnell? I think probably thinking that she was a political person and getting confused by whatever she thought in that stupid head, that now I'm not going to make people laugh. I'm going to get them to learn a little something.
Maybe it was when she got into the NRA argument with Tom Selleck.
But I even think it came back before that she got, she wanted to start talking about Republicans and stuff like that and showing up for stuff. And she just started coming across as stupid because she's not a bright person. She's funny. All right, here is George. George, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, George, what can we do for you?
George.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. I'll tell you my own personal Kevin Costner. And everything turned bad on him fairly quick. And it's when he did the Robin Hood without the accent.
Oh, yeah, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Now, even though everybody still showed up and that thing made $100 million or whatever at the time, it still was a bad movie, but it was his heat carrying people in. But they didn't leave there talking about it or going over, and it just seemed like he dogged his way through it. He just acted like Kevin Costner rather than Robin Hood.
Everyone else tried to do the British accent around him.
Right, and he was just standing there acting like the same guy who's, playing baseball.
That movie would have been so much better. Remember the preview for the movie where they had, the camera actually on the arrow?
Yeah.
And you watched it shoot and go into the tree? And then that was never in the film. If they had done some of those effects, I think that's what got people into the movie.
That was just a bad movie. For all the money that movie made, you never even see it on cable anymore.
And for some reason, Kevin Costner kept wanting to make epics. Why did every film have to be 3 hours long? Your Waterworld. Anything else, The Postman. Anything he did was too long for people to sit and watch him.
Now do they even give him a chance to be in movies anymore?
I don't think so. I think he's done. I think he could maybe work as a grip or something. But that would be about it. I guess he's got some experience there.
He thinks he's going to go back to baseball. And the fact is he never really was in it.
I'm going back to where I never was. I'm Kevin Costner. 877-692-1027. We're on Fez talking about the beginning of the end.
Mike, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey guys, cardholder 9544.
Right.
What about John Travolta? I think for him it was when he did that stupid sequel to Saturday Night Fever, Staying Alive, directed by Sylvester Stallone.
Actually, that was a comeback attempt. The first time John Travolta hit the beach, and he is a guy who did eventually make his comeback, but he did this really uncomfortable movie with Lily Tomlin. Oh, God. And it was a very strange picture, and it was, here's a lesbian, an obvious lesbian, and an obvious gay guy together. It was called Moment by Moment.
Moment by Moment, I remember that. It was so weird.
And you'll never see it. It's never playing. Then he made his comeback, and it was actually pretty damn good at it, in Pulp Fiction, where he went back off For me, it was that Angel movie.
Michael.
Yeah, I just gave up on that after I saw that stupid movie. I'm like, he just seems to be grabbing it, but, you know, everybody will definitely probably think that it's Battlefield Earth.
Right.
I was out of there before Battlefield Earth.
Back off of it. Battlefield Earth is what he got all the Razzies for.
Yeah. Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Card holder 14007.
Hoo-ah!
I got one. Joe Pesci.
Wow, was that a shocker?
Yeah, I think it was when he accepted his Oscar and said, "It's my pleasure," and walked off stage.
I thought that was pretty cool of him. But when you really think of it, if he's not with Marty Scorsese, have you ever really cared that much? You know, everybody could, for me, I'll tell you what was, I thought, just showed that he was totally losing it, is that Lethal Weapon stuff.
Leo Getz.
Yeah. But the thing that really hit the bottom was a movie called Gone Fishing. Awful.
Him and Danny Glover together doing a silly movie.
Oh, it was terrible.
The slapstick of it all.
Terrible, terrible movie. Here is Russ. Russ, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Russ, what can we do for you?
What's up, buddies? I wanted to ask about an actor who I used to like very much, Michael Keaton. He was in Beetlejuice, he did Batman, he even did one called Pacific Heights, which was a great suspense flick, and he flipped off the face of the earth. What happened to him?
I would think Michael Keaton, Fez, for me, is when he stopped doing Batman.
He quit Batman after the second one.
But when you think about it, maybe the worst thing he did was ever do Batman in the first place. Because that seemed to pull him off the attitude where his career was actually going.
Then he was one of those guys that tried to do things that were just really different. Let me be the crazy serial killer.
Right. But
like Pacific Heights?
But
no, was that before Batman?
Yeah, no, I think that was after. But here's where he really went wrong. When he tried to do that clone movie.
Oh, Multiplicity.
And then also Jack Frost.
Oh, God, Jack Frost was bad.
So here Jack Frost, the beginning of the end.
So here he was like the funny guy, but he couldn't go back to comedy, where we kind of liked him at.
And he wasn't believable as the really mean guy.
All right, somebody.
As a villain.
You know, I hate to say, but I actually miss Billy on the phones tonight. Because I looked up and there was a U2 there. And I'll tell you where U2 went off was during that Rattle and Hum movie. Because that was on over the weekend.
Was it?
And how pompous they got there. And they literally showed up at Graceland. And I'm going, hey, do you guys know Spinal Tap already did this joke? And you're showing up for real at Elvis's grave?
And these guys are actually living it.
Well, this wasn't when they were on their worst, but okay. It's just them playing.
It's part of the Rattle and Hum.
Neil, you're on Ron and Fez, but it's their hit.
Hey, Neil. Neil, go ahead.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, Andy Garcia.
Andy Garcia, that's a tricky one.
Andy Garcia, of course, did Godfather 3.
Which was that guy was on top for so long. He was so hot.
Yeah, he really was. Part of the problem with Andy Garcia is that he started to get really wrapped up in how attractive he was.
He also got really wrapped up in letting everyone know he was Hispanic.
Yeah, I guess he kind of got typecast with that.
I'm trying to think of where he really went on, but I might have to say the Godfather trilogy. Because, you know, we kind of went, oh, no. You know what I mean? He's really shouldn't be doing that role. And he was really bad in it.
Yeah.
Now, he came back in Ocean's 11 and was like the only star who wasn't one of the good guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
12 guys in the movie, and he's the one guy who's not one of the part of the gang.
Have a buddy picture.
Yeah.
He's not a buddy.
All right, that's it.
Thanks for the call, Neil.
We got this put together now.
The beginning of the end. The beginning of the end.
It's kind of scary.
Talking about those people that have just slid. They were on top at one point. What was that key moment where it became the beginning of the end? 877-692-1027.
Here's Jake. You're on the air, buddy.
Jake.
Hey, what's up?
What can we do for you?
What about Lawrence Fishburne?
Lawrence Fishburne actually, Samuel Jackson started getting all the roles that Lawrence Fishburne used to get. But was it anything that he did wrong? That's a good question. Because Lawrence Fishburne, the only problem with him is he's one of those guys who seems like he'll do any role that's given to him. Maybe I'm wrong there, but he'll do, and Samuel Jackson's the same way, he'll do 4 or 5 movies a year. He doesn't, he doesn't seem to care.
I'm trying to think with Lawrence Fishburne. I loved him in that Tina Turner movie.
Well, the last thing that he was great in, but he was like just on the side, was The Matrix.
Right.
He's supporting guy in The Matrix.
Yeah.
I think his main problem with Samuel L. Jackson getting popular.
The confusion factor did him in.
Josh, you're on a Fez.
Josh, what can we do for you?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, buddy. Ready to play?
Beginning of the end. Beginning of the end. Beginning of the end.
Hey, I got a question. When do you think it was the beginning of the end for the old Robin Williams hairy chest maniac?
Robin Williams' biggest problem seems to be he doesn't want to make us laugh. He wants to make us cry. And we only cry in pain.
Turn your radio down.
Yeah,
stupid. Talking about Robin Williams.
Where did he lose it for you, Fez?
I'm trying to think. He loved to do playful, heartwarming movies, but he got a little too old to be playful.
They always stunk. You give me a playful, heartwarming. Anytime he's not being funny, but he's warming our hearts, he stinks.
Things like Hook.
All that stuff.
Jack.
Yes, he does. He's done a million of them. And we all, and then you try to convince the younger guys that he's funny. And they don't even believe you.
Talking about Heaven earlier tonight, that Heaven movie he did, that thing stunk. What Dreams May Come.
Terrible.
Oh, that was bad.
I'd rather be dead than live there.
877-692-1027.
Let's just go over some of the movies this guy did from the beginning. I mean, Popeye was the first, and that was stupid. World According to Garp, terrible. Maybe Mork and Mindy was the last thing he did.
Leaving TV.
Moscow on the Hudson, The Survivors.
Bad.
These are bad. The Best of Times. Club Paradise. What a piece of crap.
Best of Times, I like that one.
Here's, yeah, but you wouldn't say it's a good movie. You wouldn't say that was a Cadillac Man good movie. Awakenings, okay. Awakenings was where he really just gave up thinking that he was funny at all.
All right, that was one of our first bearded, serious Robin Williams.
Right. The same like the Fisher King guy. He's not trying to make us laugh anymore. Oh, Robin. You're such a nut.
And now he's in his psycho stage again. Death to Smoochie, then Insomnia, and he's got something else coming out where he's a psycho killer.
It's something about pictures.
He looks at the family's pictures in the photo mat. And
I think it might be called like Photomat.
And he wants to become part of their family. He gets obsessed with them. 1 hour photo. You're very close.
It's terrible.
So now he's trying to be psycho, Robin Williams.
The beginning of the end.
Here's Davey. Davey, you're on Ron Fez.
Davey.
Hey, guys.
Hey, buddy.
Here's the guy I can't figure out where he went wrong for the life of me. Ray Liotta. What did he do that was so bad? Everything was great.
Well, let's go over everything. Where did you like him in his best?
Goodfellas.
Right.
Goodfellas, we all agree with that. That's 12 years ago, though, right?
Goodfellas. It was
12 years ago. What have you given us in the last 12 years?
Whoa.
And he played the dad. He had an awful role for him. He played like he was 90. They had him in bad makeup. He was terrible.
He had that movie with him on the island somewhere. What was that, No Escape?
Yeah, No Escape. That was silly.
It was silly, but it wasn't a career ender. I can't figure that one out.
I guess he never really had a real solid career other than Goodfellas.
Well, the other guy...
No one ever said, hey, let's go to the Ray Liotta movie.
And then what was next? Unlawful Entry.
He was good in that.
And then what happened? Operation Dumbo Drop?
Oh, okay, there you found it.
Fez got it.
Fez. You found it. Thank you very much. Mystery solved.
We will never forgive you for Operation Dumble Drop.
Hey, Danny Glover's bad luck to be in a movie with, huh?
Yeah.
He was in that one, too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he is just...
He's willing to do the silly.
He's willing to take the check.
I've been very silly. Here's my check. Thank you. 877-692-1027.
Scott, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Yeah.
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam's problem is they got in that stupid fight with Ticketmaster, and everyone left them alone to get their ass whipped.
That's true. They were abandoned.
And their albums will come out, and you were just hoping it would be good. You go to the store, and every time, the worst ever. Yeah.
And then what was the thing out a couple of years ago, done by the Cadillacs? My Baby, they did the remake of the thing. Now I can't even think of the name of the song.
Where has my baby been?
Yeah, that's it.
But they were already distant by them. It was more of a matter of their first album was so effing great. Where do you go from there?
Can't help but get the sophomore jinx at that point.
But they didn't have the momentum. I mean, suddenly now you can't go see them at the normal arenas. You got to drive out to some country fair thing and stand around with mosquitoes because they're fighting with Ticketmaster.
Now I mentioned.
Oh, where do we get our tickets then? Yo, you can't.
877-692-1027. The beginning of the end.
Randy, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy.
Buddy.
Big Ass 307 reporting in.
Hoo-ah!
I've got the easiest one of the night. Good old Chevy Chase. Gotta be that Chevy Chase show.
Way years before. When he left Saturday Night Live, the end.
Should never have left Saturday Night Live, especially after one season.
That's true, that's true. He also was never funny, in my opinion.
Thank
ever.
you. He was one of these guys. I'll tell you what he was.
He couldn't even lick Steve Martin's shoe. He's awful.
True. He was cute. He was an attractive guy that the newspapers picked up on.
He knew how to take a fall on Saturday Night Live. That's how he got funny.
Why the hell would anybody want to go to a Steve Martin movie?
See you later. See you.
See you.
Thank you for the call, Randy. What was Chevy's biggest thing? Fletch?
Fletch was his probably one hit in Vacation, the first Vacation.
Oh, that's right.
But once again, the first Fletch. Oh, you like it? Let me beat it in the ground.
Sure.
You like Vacation? Let me beat it into the ground.
877-692-1027.
Hey, Greg. Greg, you're on Run of Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Greg.
How's it going, Ron and Fez?
Hey, pal.
I have one that's going on right now, and it is brutal. Dana Carvey.
Dana Carvey, the master of disguise.
Dana Carvey.
It's been voted probably the worst movie ever.
Is that right?
Wow, why didn't they have this election?
They say it's really bad.
I haven't.
It looks awful.
Yeah, it does.
Turtle.
It does look bad, but by the way, was that gay Randy saying it was Greg?
It sounded just like gay Randy.
Yeah. If you're gay, Randy, just say so. Dana Carvey's big problem was right after his first hit, which was that Wayne's World thing. He started to really do bad movies. It was like Clean Slate, I think it was called.
Wow, I don't even remember that one.
Yeah. It was just, he did some really bad movies like this one. And they were just terrible.
Bad movies, then the guy gets sick. He has the bypass operation that they effed up.
Right.
And he had to go in and get operated on. Now, Master of Disguise, that actually came in third this weekend.
How much money did it make?
$13 million.
Probably not too bad for him.
In his opening weekend.
I bet they're probably happy with that. And it's supposed to be a kid's movie, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's not supposed to be for adults.
Do you remember his talk show? Or his variety show?
He had a variety show, yeah.
Where every week it was brought to you by a different sponsor. It was like the Doritos show with Dana Carvey.
Right.
The next week it was something else.
People just don't want to see that variety show thing. I mean, there's Saturday Night Live because it's always been there. There's nothing else on at that time. But there hasn't been a real variety show on TV in like 30 years.
Not one that anyone wants to see. Wayne Brady tried it last year. Not happening.
They just haven't worked. They haven't worked like since Sonny and Cher. That was probably the last big one. During the 60s, that's all people watched. Here's Don. Don, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Don, what can we do for you?
Hey, guys, I have to know the answer to this question. What was the beginning and the end for the greatest band of all time, Van Halen?
I guess you'd have to say Diamond Dave thinking that he was bigger than the band after he had his stupid little solo album, and he was going to go off and make a movie, and Eddie got his feelings hurt and fired him.
Yeah, but then they picked up Sammy. I mean, was that also the beginning? Sammy wasn't too bad. I mean,
Sammy was awful. They should have changed their name. That wasn't Van Halen then.
Yeah, Van Sammy, I guess.
Yeah, Van Sammy. Van Hagar.
There you go. 877-692-1027.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. It's Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez. 1027 WNEW.
That's great, it starts with a misstep, a bomb, a quote, a mistake, and they threw it all away. Alec Baldwin, Center Square, Michael Jackson, Molestaire, Kevin Costner, Robin Hood, Tyson in a Biden mood, Travolta is a lame-o, Precious new movies blowing, Michael Keaton sucks. Pacino lost it, Van Halen tossed it, and Robin Williams got soft. It's the end of their career, and we know it. It's the end of their career, and we know it. It's the end of their career, and we know it. Time to say goodbye.
40-second delay. It's the end of their career.
40-second delay, of course, being part of the Mighty Mighty Mosh Tones.
They're going to perform live with Mosh and do a Papa Don't Preach Friday night, August 23rd. We're talking about the Ron and Festival of Rock and Ribs at the Hard Rock Cafe, West 57th Street, Manhattan.
Nice job there.
Thank you.
How's the band coming along?
How are the Mosh Tones?
We had a big rehearsal yesterday with Mosh and herself.
Yeah?
Went through the song maybe about 10 times, and I think it's going to be really good. We got plenty of time to get this in shape, so don't worry.
Here's what I worry about.
All right.
I'm already hearing that Moshin and G-Vac are spending time alone together.
Oh, no.
I don't want this to become an ego thing.
Golly.
I know something.
How did she sound doing this song?
Sound good. Like, it's tough when you first get into that situation. The practice studio, it's really loud, and, you're not used to singing to a mic, but just getting better and better as with each take. So I think it's going to be really good.
All right, but I know it's long hours, and you guys are working hard, and you're spending a lot of time together. I don't need to see some sort of G-Vac Moshin romance on VH1's Behind the Music.
And I'll tell you, if anything happens, I blame G-Vac, because he's had every girl at that damn website.
I didn't see anything. I'm not saying anything, that's all.
All right,
Moshin, I'm just going to give out this advice. Moshin, don't date anyone in your band.
Rips the band apart.
Did you get a new bass player?
Well, we let Rich play with us again, just because, it's hard to get a new guy to fill in.
Good, and plus, Billy's not in charge.
That's right.
Stand up to him.
Billy Staples claims he's banned Jersey Rich from the Mosh Tones.
I'm glad that the band is standing up to Billy.
Well, until Billy can come down with the bass and play himself, we need a bass player, and Rich is
he's a good one, I hear.
He's excellent, man.
Good. I'm glad you guys are standing up to him.
That's right.
Because Billy is a mean and he's devilish.
We look forward to seeing you at the Ron and Festival of Rock and Ribs on the 23rd of this month. Hard Rock Cafe.
All right, here is Rick. Rick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Rick, what's going on?
The John Hughes, the director.
John Hughes, where did he...
He had some great films in the 80s, like 16 Candles and Breakfast Club.
John
Uncle
Hughes,
Buck.
where would you say his...
Beginning of the end.
Yeah, now
Beginning
he's
of the end.
insignificant to the film industry.
Was it when Molly Ringwald outgrew him?
I remember something that he really did bad was called Baby or something, where the whole movie was about a
Baby's
baby.
Day Out.
Yeah, Baby's Day Out.
Oh, God.
That was really, really bad, and I guess...
I didn't know that was him.
Pointed at the toddler set.
And he had Curly Sue.
Curly Sue was awful.
That was bad.
All right,
was that Jim Belushi?
Hey, anytime you're working with Jim Belushi, things are really bad.
Goodbye, you work with Jim Belushi.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Yeah, let's go with Curly Sue. That's the beginning of the end for him. Although, some of these people you have to go back and remember, they weren't that good to begin with. They were on a lucky streak.
877-692-1027. We're talking about the beginning of the end. These people that had great, promising careers. What was the misstep that started them towards the end?
Ron, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Hi.
Yeah.
Big ass card holder 14808. Buddy. I got two actually. You got to go with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's all over for those guys.
Well, I guess their big problem is getting old.
True.
You know, they just got too old to be action stars, and they're not really good actors, either one of them.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks.
For sure.
Stallone, for me, he went off the deep end with that Cobra movie, and he never came back from me.
I start thinking Rhinestone, where he started getting made fun of with Dolly Parton.
Awful.
I mean, and people actually, that's when people actually said to him, bad career move.
Yeah.
What a horrible, stupid thing to do. And sometimes you don't recover.
No. He certainly didn't.
He tried to do that whole that Copland movie. That was supposed to be his big comeback.
Oh, where he put on all the weight?
Yeah.
And it was kind of good. It just wasn't good enough. But he was fine. He was okay. But overall, you have to do better.
Things started getting silly with Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Chris.
How's it going?
Yeah.
But
two quick things. Actually, way before, when they played that lesbian comment and he said it was from that other show, that was from Roseanne, but that's not why I called. I was calling to tell you, Adam Sandler. See, now he's kind of like a loser from the start, but he got popular through retards like me.
Well, he had a gigantic career. No one can ever say he didn't. Right now, he's also spending his time producing movies for his friends. For me, the misstep was that stupid Devil movie.
See, now Little Nicky was funny.
I didn't laugh once. I got to tell you the truth. And America kind of went with me on that one. Nobody really showed up.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now I even got it on DVD. I got all those movies, even Bulletproof, which is kind of a lame one for Damon Wayans.
Action movie.
Yeah, I forgot that one. But from what I understand, he's got a movie coming out this year that they claim is going to knock everybody on their ass, being directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, one of the real great young directors, and it's supposed to be terrific. It'll be a Christmas movie.
Well, Mr. Deeds was good.
I didn't see Mr. Deeds.
That's a good renter. When that one comes out, pick it up. I guarantee you'll have a few chuckles.
Because of what happened with the Devil movie,
I hear you.
I didn't go see Mr. Deeds.
Yeah, I hear you.
Adam Sandler, he seemed to try to progress his career. He seemed to have the direction that at least he wanted to go in, where he got a little bit more serious each film. Then Little Nicky, right back into the silly.
You can make a bad movie and come out of it. You know what I mean? You got to take some chances out there. It's when people start to really put a couple together and can't come out of it. But if this Paul Thomas Anderson movie is good, I won't be happy. Here's Eli. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Eli.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Quentin Tarantino?
I'll tell you what I think happened with Quentin Tarantino. He overdosed on his popularity.
I guess he was like the second coming.
Yeah, he was. And then he couldn't stop doing TV. You would see him doing every stupid show there was, and he'd be on E! Entertainment all the time. And he would be doing that stupid late-night ABC panel show.
Right.
You'd see him on Margaret Cho. And he stopped making movies and just started being a celebrity.
And there was that Foxy Brown movie.
That one wasn't actually bad. I didn't have a problem with that movie. It wasn't as good as his other ones.
Exactly.
But it was Jackie Brown was the name of it.
Jackie Brown.
It was an okay movie. It wasn't bad at all. But you gotta, if you're a writer and a director, you gotta write and direct. You can't constantly be talking about your movies. You gotta actually make them.
Quentin seemed like someone that actually just quit working.
But now he's coming back with 2 movies.
So we'll see what happens. 877-692-1027.
Kill Bill is one of them, and it sounds nutty. It's all girls, I think.
All right.
And then I think he's doing like an army picture.
Huh.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, we'll see.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Jim, what's going on with you, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, Ron and Fez?
Good.
Good.
I'm thinking about Eddie Murphy. 48 Hours, wonderful, and then this new Moon movie looks horrible.
Well, he's had a lot of missteps in between 48 Hours and this new one. What
Dr. Dolittle.
All right, what people don't realize now, what the younger guys don't realize, is in the early 80s, how big Eddie Murphy was.
Gigantic. That Beverly Hills Cop,
huge movie. He was making $200 million when nobody was. Now, and then at the same time, he had the big TV show because the only reason that was basically the Eddie Murphy show, Saturday Night Live at that time.
With that cast.
And his stand-up tour was literally playing stadiums. I mean, it was 20,000 people to see him do stand-up, and he would do it in every city. His big problem was right away when he went, "Oh, maybe I'm a rock star."
Oh, yeah, he was singing with Rick James was producing the thing. My girl wants to party all the time.
Terrible. Just awful. And then he really got into a bunch of bad movies in a row. And a lot of them.
Bad movies, and now he's family fun, Eddie Murphy.
Right. Well, he tried to make they caught him with the gay guy.
Right.
And here's Katie. Basically, that was his...
The beginning of the end.
Katie, you're on Run of Fez.
Go ahead, Katie.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
It hurts me to say it, but Kevin Spacey.
Well, Kevin also had a great run, like 6-7 films in a row that kicked ass.
Oh,
the whole
right
Kaiser Sose, L.A. Confidential, Swimming with Sharks.
American Beauty.
But I'll tell you
Pay It Forward.
You hit it, baby.
There it is.
All downhill. Then it was K-Pax. Then it was Shipping News or something in that order, but
and he went
horrible.
right in the toilet.
It was Pay It Forward and then Watch Me Sing at the John Lennon tribute.
Oh.
Mind games.
Yeah.
It's time for the host to get some. I'll never forget that.
No, horrible.
And the jacket came off.
Yeah. I'll keep playing those mind games. Terrible. Terrible. Eric, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Eric. Eric, what can we do for you?
All right, I want to change my vote. I was going to say Lisa Bonet, but I want to change mine to Sharon Stone.
Again, Sharon Stone, was she ever really that good to begin with?
She had, the credibility from, what was it, that movie where she opened her legs?
Well, she got noticed there.
Yeah.
With Basic Instinct, right? Yeah, Basic Instinct.
Well, what has she really done good ever in her career?
Nothing. Didn't she make that Lesbian flick on HBO a couple of years ago?
If These Walls Could Talk?
Yeah,
I never watch any of those.
I wish the walls would shut up for 2 minutes.
I never really thought she was that big. I mean, you could say, she got big with one movie. But she never did anything for me.
Pretentious.
All right, thanks.
Thanks for the call, Eric. 877-692-1027.
Just running down people we don't know, Fez. You playing?
Sure.
Beginning of the end. Beginning of the end. The beginning of the end.
Let me throw one out to you, Ronnie.
Okay.
Whitney Houston. She does the national anthem at Super Bowl 25 while we're in the middle of the Gulf War. She's beloved. She does that Bodyguard movie. Oh, my gosh, she's crossing over. That was a huge hit song there for that theme for her.
When did she get involved with Bobby Brown?
Oh, there we go.
Because
could it be just the marriage?
You never really heard anything bad about Whitney until she got busted for pot in the airport, remember?
Yep, in Hawaii.
And then after that, you never heard a good word about her.
It just seemed like she went out of the spotlight for a while. Like, she stopped doing music. And then, you had, Mariah Carey come in and all these other people take her place,
Well, yeah, but the thing is, then all the press would be like, man, she showed up somewhere and she was just whacked. And she weighed 97 pounds.
All the whack, all the anorexic, all the crack stories. When she showed up at the, the Michael Jackson thing?
Yeah.
At the Garden? I think the headline was Human Skeleton.
I think you got to go back to Bobby Brown. A young brother ran by the name of Bobby Brown.
Did that to her. That's rough.
She was terrible.
People wanted to love her, though.
I had trouble as soon as she said that, I want to dance with somebody. I was off the bandwagon then. But remember how big her ass used to be? She had a nice, big, healthy ass.
Sure.
But you try laying in bed all day smoking crack with Bobby Brown and see if you can keep it going.
That's a bony butt now.
That is a job in itself, just staying there pipe for pipe with Bobby Brown. I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
God, and every 2 seconds, he's got a story, too. Who's watching the baby, Ronnie? That's my question.
That's his prerogative, Fezzy. That's his prerogative. They got a baby?
Yeah.
What'd they name him? Cracky?
Cracky Brown Jr. Cracky Houston Brown Jr.
I can't believe Bobby Brown's still alive. That's what shocks me.
Not too long ago, he spent the night in the emergency room. Had to get rushed in.
He drives into a tree every time he's out on the road. Son of a bitch acts like trees are in the middle of the road.
And then whizzes in the back of cop cars. Like a maniac.
Aaron, you're on Ron of Fez.
Aaron, what's going on?
Hey, guys. How we doing tonight?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Ron. Just didn't want you to just wanted you to, caught that late cowbell in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, I know. We had all kinds of problems here tonight. I didn't get here till 3 minutes before the show started.
You need a vacation.
Yeah, I know.
Steven Seagal, you know, he never had that great of a career, but his last movie with DMX and Tom Arnold, what a supporting cast.
And then this guy suddenly is caught up in a cult, Steven Seagal. Have you heard that story?
He's in a cult?
He's in some kind of crazy cult where he has some master or whatever. And they said that he is the reincarnated Dalai Lama. This is what this guy's telling him. Now, here's the beauty. He told Steven Seagal, you should no longer, because you are the reincarnated Dalai Lama, do movies with guns in it.
All right, well, no one's going to show up for that, Steve. Not that they were coming out in droves anymore.
He had a career going, though.
It seemed like it was always even, though. I always felt like he was always the same level, you know?
Oh, Seagal? Yeah, he had that, a certain karate fan that would go see him.
He really got paunchy, too. He really beefed up so that you couldn't believe that, Fat Suda was actually doing the karate moves.
Well, yeah, but you ever see the moves? He does the same things. He breaks the guy's wrist. It's always the same move. He comes up and he snaps their forearm. There's no big kicks with Stevie Seagal. The other weird thing is that now they were also saying he was caught up in the mafia, where the mafia was actually chasing him for money.
Yeah, he was getting extorted or something like that. Always something weird with Steven Seagal.
Nutty. Scott, you're on Ron of Fez.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy, what can we do for you?
Bill Murray.
What are you talking about? Bill Murray's at the top of his game.
Nah, he was at the top of his game in Saturday Night Live and Caddyshack. And then remember he did that movie like Road to Nowhere? Where he was like in India?
That wasn't
The Razor's Edge?
Razor's Edge was a great movie.
No, it's horrible. And then he did Charlie's Angels. He's playing Bogsley.
Well, one thing about him, he does do a lot of small parts rather than starring anymore. I love to see the guy every time I see him.
But the one thing he's doing is, like Ronnie said, he's in a movie for 10 minutes.
Yeah, but he's on his road to nowhere. See ya.
You're on the road to nowhere.
It's not even the road to nowhere. It's the beginning of the end. See ya.
Go see the last... now he's doing these movies. What's this guy's name? I'm trying to think. Wes Anderson movies.
Oh, yes.
They are hysterical. And he's playing smaller parts, but he's hysterical.
He's in the Royal Tenenbaums. And with Bill Murray, he's so at the top of his game now that he can work for 10 minutes at a time and be fine with it. And spend the rest of his time on the golf course.
Although I'd rather see a Bill Murray movie than seeing him come walking out in the middle of some of these other wacky movies.
I love him in Ed Wood.
I know, he's great and stuff like that. Here's Ebony. Ebony, you're on Ron of Fez.
Ebony, what can we do for you?
Hello, guys. You know who's heading there quick?
Who's that?
Who?
Jackie Chan. New flick, Jennifer Love Hewitt, not good.
Yeah, that was a huge mistake.
Oh, my God.
That thing came and went so quick.
Is that already gone?
Yeah.
It's not even out yet. Hello.
Oh, I thought it came out and left.
What is it, the tuxedo?
The tuxedo. No. Don't wear it.
Don't wear
Take it off, burn it.
All right, so that movie didn't happen, right?
No, not yet.
It must have got pushed back then. Find out when the tuxedo's coming out.
I think it's coming out probably this fall, but oh my God. And she was done when, I Know What You Did Last summer.
Well, she's been done. I mean, great breasts, and then that's it.
Oh, as my friend says, with the that's when you have to save your career, when you have to do commercials like Natalie Imbruglia. Hello, give it up.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome, guys.
Thank you, Ebony.
Ebony's better.
She's got problems with some people. 877-692-1027.
Here is Robert. Robert, you're on Run of Fez.
Robert, what's going on?
Woody Harrelson.
You know, what surprised me is Woody Harrelson's career got as big as it did. I mean, a guy who played the second bartender on Cheers.
He was great in Kingpin. And what do you call it?
Woody started to think hemp was more important than making movies.
Yeah, that was his problem.
I'm trying to think, what was his real place for me that he went downhill? Honestly, I am surprised that he had his career as good as he did. The Cowboy Way kind of weirded me out. Whereas he was riding a horse through New York.
Him and Kiefer.
But once again, I don't even, he shocked me he had this good of a career. I'm literally shocked.
Yeah, The Natural Born Killers, which was big for him.
White Men Can't Jump.
White Men Can't Jump was a big hit. People versus Larry Flint. Money Train. These were all hits.
He seemed like someone that just didn't feel like working. He'd rather be out protesting on the Golden Gate Bridge or something like that.
Yeah, he does get really crazy. What about that whole Play It to the Bone that he did?
What was that?
Bad boxing movie with Antonio Banderas.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'll tell you, if somebody says, I got a movie for you, you're in it with Antonio Banderas, turn right away. Turn around and start running.
Unless you're a Spy Kid, move it. Unless you're a child and they say you get to play a spy. Keep walking past Antonio.
Sweaty Tom, you're on Run of Fez.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up, Sweaty Tom?
Remember me? Actually, hang on one second. This telephone's bad. Hang on. How you doing?
What do you need?
Oh, I just want to tell you, I think Will Smith, Will Smith, he started off like with this show. I don't watch anymore on TV. And then he's gotten into, his really good movies that, he's really good. But I like him a lot. And I don't know how you guys like him.
What are you trying to do, the end of the beginning?
I don't know, yeah. No, I mean, he just started, he started off really bad and then he's gotten really good. I think he's becoming a good actor.
So you're going in the opposite direction?
Yeah. Yeah.
People that are on their way.
All right, Fezzy, we checked on the Tuxedo. Remember, I thought it came out?
Right.
It was supposed to come out May 11th. Pushed back to September 27th.
Never good.
Never a good thing.
That's not a sign. That's not a good sign.
We're reshooting the whole thing?
And that September is a frickin' dumping ground of movies that they thought were going to come out in the summer.
I think they're trying to recast The Suit at this point.
You really basically go from the end of August at Labor Day, and then you go all the way up to Thanksgiving before they put out the Oscar kind of movies.
And what they want to be the holiday hits.
Yeah. And then that September, just a nightmare.
Jackie Chan, enjoy September.
Hey, Big Stu. Big Stu, you're on Run of Fez.
Doing?
Big Stu.
Hey, how you doing? All right, my one is Woody Allen.
Woody Allen, who had such a long career of everybody loving everything about him, and he still gets everybody to be in his movies. I guess boning his wife's adopted daughter was probably, that probably was a bad deal for him. But, he put together a string of like 14 really strong movies in a row.
And Woody's deal is it's a movie a year.
Yeah.
There's never, any sort of extended break to work on something really, really good. It's constantly working with Woody.
But really go back to the last time that he really felt like he had a really good one. I'm trying to sit here and think. I might be thinking like Husbands and Wives.
When was that?
That's like 10 years ago.
Wow.
Deconstructing Harry was good to me, but I don't know if it was for everybody else. Mighty Aphrodite I know people like, but I didn't think it was as strong as, that whole Radio Days, Hannah and her sister, Broadway Danny Rose. He was strong there for a while. But it's hard to stay funny for a long time.
Sure.
Look at Albert Brooks, who we love. When's the last time he's really done a good movie? You brought up one tonight.
Defending Your Life.
That was a long time ago.
That was a real long time ago. Then you got things like The Scout, The Muse, Mother.
Not so good. Not so good. And then he's spending a lot of his time yelling about Adam Sandler and stuff.
Really? What's he yelling about Sandler for?
Well, he just pointed out that he's not really funny.
Oh.
At some big comedy festival. But when you're a comedian and your stuff isn't working, and you're crapping on the guys who is.
877-692-1027.
I know he had that first Mister come out this year, and that came and went quick.
Wow, I don't even remember hearing about that one.
Yeah. It wasn't one that he wrote and directed himself. He just starred in it. And here's another thing about him. He's one of these guys, he plays older than he is.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you do that? Why do you want to play the old man?
He feels comfortable being that guy. He's not going to feel comfortable till he's the old Jewish guy. In real life.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Run Fest. How you doing, buddy?
Jim, what's going on?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Danny DeVito. When you got to do a cameo for Mini-Me, I think it's pretty much over. You know what I mean?
I didn't see it. You did a cameo for Mini-Me?
Now you ruined it for Ronnie.
That's okay. Danny DeVito, one of these guys, I think he's had a longer career than I would have ever guessed. And he has a fun time.
Became pretty powerful along the way, too.
Yeah, I mean, he produces, he directs. But he was in that Death to Smoochie. Was that any good, Fez?
I like Death to Smoochie. I had no problem with that.
And now, he's directing something with, he's directing another New York picture. I forget who's all in it. But good people.
Is that the one with Ben Stiller and Gwyneth?
Probably. Yeah, that's it, Ben Stiller.
All right. I don't know what the name of that is.
It's Duplex.
Okay.
So, I mean, this guy, when you look at the stuff that he's produced some like Aaron Brockovich and Man on the Moon, Out of Sight. These are big movies. Get Shorty, Pulp Fiction, Reality Bites, Hoffa. That's the stuff that you don't even see him in all the time.
Right, so don't judge Danny DeVito by his height or his acting.
Here's Josh. Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
Josh.
Hello. Ron and Fez.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
What can we do for you?
Well, what do you think? Robert De Niro is really not what he used to be. He plays the same character as everybody knows, but I'm just sick of seeing Robert De Niro now. I used to love him, and I hate him now.
I haven't got so far as hating him.
I guess I don't hate him.
Josh, when do you think you started disliking his work?
Probably that movie he did with Bill Murray.
Mad Dog and Glory?
Yeah.
That was like in the early 90s.
That was a while back.
Yeah, the last movie that I really liked that he did was probably Taxi Driver.
All right, well, then you only liked him 3 years into his career.
I mean Deer Hunter. Deer Hunter.
Again, that's
Deer
like
Driver.
That's 20 years ago.
So he was good back then. What happened?
The kid's really not that far off. Because the stuff that he's doing now, let's not even forget that he was in Bullwinkle.
Oh, God, he was Fearless Leader.
But, I mean, the last thing that really blew me away was probably Goodfellas. I know a lot of people liked Heat. I didn't like it as much.
Robert De Niro now in a silly comedy phase.
Which he was funny in that last one.
The Meet the Parents?
Yeah.
And he also had to Analyze This. He's doing Analyze That.
But also, why is he putting out 3 movies a year? Somebody says he's trying to get money to pay for that production company of his. If so, that's a bad idea. Wayne, you're on the Fez.
Wayne, what can we do for you?
Yeah, I can't believe no one has not said Jim Carrey yet.
Jim Carrey has the Robin Williams disease.
Yes, he does.
We just can't laugh. That's not good enough for you, Jim. We have to cry. We have to get into this whole pathos.
I think it was it over the holidays that I saw him in that Majestic?
Did you hate it?
It was way too long. And how you say, make you cry?
Yeah.
A lot of, for these people, for being in a movie where you're interacting with other actors, a lot of the actors just got big monologues right in the middle of a scene where it's just one guy talking. And, of course, all supposed to be very emotional, heart-touching monologues.
What was the last thing you really liked him in?
What did I really like Jim Carrey in? Me, Myself, and Irene. I like that. But that, that's going to the super silly Jim Carrey that I like.
Yeah. I think the beginning of the end for him was Truman Show.
Yeah, I was going to say that, too, because that was like when he started getting that serious way, but then it was good, but then he kept doing that.
Right. Stop it.
So going back
Act
to
like an idiot. That's what we laugh. Bend over and start pulling your ass cheeks apart. Make us smile. Bring warmth to our lives.
I did like him as Andy Kaufman. I'll admit that.
You know what? Yes, he was good at it, but were you laughing? No.
No.
Did you leave there feeling good? No.
No, Andy Kaufman died.
Right. Why do we have to go all the way to the guy gets cancer and has rocks on his belly? You went too far. You went past the joke.
Did he show up to the MTV Music Awards as like Jim Morrison or something crazy like that?
Yeah, that was funny. That I loved.
Maybe that was it.
But, that whole Grinch thing, come on. You're just walking around with hair all over you, and it's not... Again, you're not being funny enough.
Again, that's Robin Williams syndrome. That is something Robin Williams would have done if he could have still gotten in the suit.
Right. So then you spend another... I was in the suit for 12 hours. You don't need the suit.
God, did we hear that forever?
It was literally like having needles in my eyes. We had to bring in special ops to teach me how to be tortured.
Nobody asked you to.
Well, it doesn't seem very funny.
No one asked you to put on a fiberglass suit.
All right, we'll take a break here.
877-692-1027.
Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez, 1027 WNEW.
Ron and Fez live on a Monday. Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley with you. Mind you, the Ron and Festival of Rock and Ribs. That's coming up Friday, August 23rd at the Hard Rock Cafe in Manhattan on West 57th Street. That's a Friday night.
Now, it's invite only, so you have to win the tickets here or ronfez.net, or we'll set up some other spots.
All right, we will let you know how you can get your tickets to this private party coming up real soon. Ronnie, I'm checking out this interview with M. Night Shyamalan.
You like M. Night?
I love M. Night. I'm a big M. Night fan. I've liked everything he's done. I enjoyed Signs, too, his latest. And I'm seeing where he does the superstition thing when he flies. And I do a lot of the same stuff. He has to wear his lucky black shirt when he flies on a plane. And I wear my lucky red shirt every time I fly. I basically wear the same outfit. And
what do you wear?
I have a red shirt, like a dark red shirt that I always wear whenever I fly.
Let me write that down. A red shirt. You wear the same pants?
Yes, I do. I wear my blue pants with it.
Red shirt, blue pants, in case I have to identify the bunny.
Now, why would you say that? I'm flying this weekend.
They'll find you.
I'll be the one dressed like Spider-Man. Red shirt and blue pants.
I ain't gonna leave you alone out there, buddy. I'm bringing you home.
Don't say that. Now I'll have to go through some more rituals to get ready to get on the plane.
And I'll bury you in Bridgeport, my friend.
Why would you bury me in Bridgeport, Connecticut?
I thought you were born there.
No. I've never even visited the community.
I thought that whole Bridgeport, Connecticut.
No, it's Meadows Park, Florida.
Oh.
Not Bridgeport. You're not burying me in Bridgeport. Ever.
All right, then.
Okay.
Gotcha.
M. Night also wears his lucky boxers whenever he flies.
Do you get into that? You wear the same drawers?
I do not wear the same drawers.
Does M. Night actually think, the plane's going to crash till God finds out he's going to own his lucky underwear?
It's actually his Dr. Seuss boxers that he puts on.
I'll tell you, you think you're not superstitious till you start flying. Then suddenly nothing's a joke up there.
I do a lot of stuff. I got to touch the outside of that plane before I even get in it. I tap on that thing three times.
That makes me nervous, like you're going to knock a nut loose.
My own or the plane?
Both. Playing sports, I would do a lot of superstitious stuff.
What was some of the stuff you do?
Even now performing, you and I have this little thing like doing the theme music where we knock fists.
Right.
I could not do that.
Wouldn't it just feel so weird to go, hey, what's wrong with the show? Oh, wait a minute. We didn't knock fists before it started.
And I think that's kind of, you don't have for the streak. I always, when I come into the office, I go to our mailbox first.
Yeah.
And like if you went and I get both of our mail, if you went and got our mail, I would feel like everything is screwed up. We can't do this.
There's more than one door to get in, but we always go in one way.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I would never go down that other way.
Or how about this? If I know Ronnie does this. If he's going into the subway station to go to work, and he's just getting down the steps as the train's pulling in, good show.
Right.
Yep.
I always feel like it's a good show because everything's going our way.
Right.
I kind of believe in a streak, like a lucky streak, and you keep playing that horse till it loses. You don't go pulling away. Like when I'm at a table and I'm playing blackjack,
right,
and I'm way up, I got to lose a couple hands in a row, like 3 or 4 before I walk away. And just figure, okay, the streak's over.
Then the roll's done.
Right. Not, you'll drop one, so, you're out of there. And
I hate people like that.
Or leave when they haven't lost. Because they don't know.
You don't know what's right around the corner for you there. 877-692-1027.
All right, let's just look around. We haven't asked these guys. Would you think the hawk is kind of a superstitious person?
I would say, yeah. The hawk has a luck ritual he has to do for something.
All right, let me check.
Hawk fact.
Every night I've got to check all my windows locks, apartment locks, just everything.
Yeah, but that's not superstition. That's you having OCD.
That's you being a maniac. You're not doing it for luck.
No, I got a feeling if I don't do it, like, if I don't check the doors and the window, even though I know I'm in an apartment building, I feel like just something's bad's going to happen. But it's not an OCD thing. It's just...
Yes, that's an OCD. You think something bad will happen.
And you don't even realize it.
If you don't do all your stupid things. Ours are nice superstitions. Maybe. You don't think we're obsessive, do you, Fez? I feel like that's a lucky performer thing.
Right. That's what it is. There's just certain superstition. There's a lot of superstitious performers do.
But I don't like to get out of my, groove. When I got a groove on.
With me, it's mostly with the getting on the airplane. I have a whole ritual. I have to do certain things.
And that's the red shirt, blue pants?
Red shirt, blue pants.
I'll get you, buddy.
I'm going to be fine. You won't have to come get me.
But just
try to bury me in Bridgeport.
Even if I have to shovel you into a lunchbox, I'm going to get you. You know I will.
Please.
Unless you're too far down there.
You're going to give up the search immediately, I know.
Do you walk under ladders and stuff like that?
No, I won't.
Me neither.
You know what? Not that I think that's so much bad luck, is why risk it?
Right. Why F with fate? Why act like you're such a badass?
For some reason, why you don't go stand out there and ask for fate to come kick you.
All right, here's the heckler. He's got one. Heckler, you're on the air. How you doing there, buddy?
Heckler.
Hey, buddies. How you doing tonight?
How you doing, my pal?
Love the topic. Before I tell you my quirky thing, I just wanted to mention, on stage they say break a leg. In opera they say Bocca del Lupo, which means mouth of the wolf.
I never knew that.
That's how they say good luck in the operatic world. So when you break a leg or Bocca del Lupo.
Yeah, because it's bad luck to say good luck.
Right.
Exactly. Now, my quirky thing, I have the strange ones like lucky hats when you go to the racetrack or going fishing. But to this day, since I was a kid, before I go into the shower, I have to flush the toilet. I don't know what it means. If I don't flush the toilet, it's in a hotel. It could be at somebody's house. If I'm going to use a shower, I still have to flush the toilet.
You're dripping New York dry, buddy.
I don't know why, Fezzy. This has been going on since I was maybe 10 years old.
All right, did anyone ever burn you by flushing the toilet when you're in the shower?
That's a possibility.
Because I've lived places, if, somebody would actually turn on the sink in the other room, not that you turn on the sink, you turn on the faucet, but even in the kitchen, for some reason that would just bring screaming hot water.
Oh.
And a flush toilet will do that to you.
It's just a quirky thing. I kind of equated it with cleanliness, and maybe the bathroom is a place that could be dirty and clean, and no matter where I am, and I haven't stopped doing it. I did it just this morning. I just get up, I'll flush, and then I hop in the shower, and I just don't know why I do it. It's just a very strange thing.
I wonder if that's an OCD or a superstition.
Or it could be a spastic colon. I don't know. It's just a very strange thing. It may be OCD, but I think we all have little idiosyncrasies and quirks.
Hold on. Here's Horde King on the other line. We'll ask him what you have there, Heckler. Hey, Horde King, how you doing, pal?
Hey, Ron. Hi, Fez. Hi, Heckler.
Hey, how you doing,
Howard King? I was waiting for that. You know, it's funny. These superstitious behaviors aren't limited to humans. Animals do it, too. You ever see, like, a dog that will, like, circle around 3 or 4 times before it starts eating or before it goes outside?
Yes, I have. You think that's superstition?
Oh, absolutely.
I thought they were just stupid.
Well, if they're dogs, then they're probably stupid, too, but it's also a type of superstitious behavior. And the reason that they get this way is because that they have some positive association with it in the past.
You know they're soulless.
We all are soulless.
Yeah, Horde King believes that with none of us have
forgot.
souls.
Hey, guys, what about good luck charms? You guys have any good luck charms? And Horde King, what do you think about people who use good luck charms?
Let me tell you, I've had the same medal since I was probably 15. It got given to me, was lost for a long time, and then I found it again.
Really?
Yeah. So I've had this on for many, many years.
I carry a Christ head. I'm not even Catholic. It's a Catholic Christ head that a girlfriend gave me when I was like 19, and I kept it in my wallet, and I still have it to this day for good luck.
I hold onto a rosary when I fly. I'm not even Catholic.
The association becomes that you've had it for 15 years and nothing bad happened while you've had it, or something good happened while you've had it. They figured, hey, I'll hold on to it, and it will protect me further.
You know what? I have this thing, sometimes I've done this, and it's really embarrassing, but I will think, okay, if I'm supposed to do this, then then these rolled up socks will go directly into the waste can if I shoot it. If not, I won't. And I would literally base a marriage on that. If this is the girl for me, I'll go 3 for 3 shooting baskets. It's very, very weird.
And it's great because if you miss, you could always tell her, hey, hon, I tried.
I really, yeah, and I have. I said, look, I wanted to do this business deal. But you can't believe I feel like if I'm really into it, maybe I'll be in that zone.
See, Ron, I think what you need to do is get a laundry fairy.
Yeah, right. I don't want it too big. But I really do feel like you're in a zone and you hit good luck things, you hit bad luck things. And when the bad luck comes, I just feel like you got to hunker down and take it.
Until that cycle breaks.
Right.
Well, it's like,
what about the number 13?
Sports figures before. Sports figures sometimes won't change their underwear while they're on the hitting streak.
Sure.
What about the number 13, Horde King? I have no fear of 13. I like to play 13. I'll wear 13 on a baseball or softball jersey. Why are people so freaked out over 13?
To me, it's irrational, but if you notice, buildings don't have a 13. They go from 12 to 14.
And I'm sure hotels have probably lost people because they tried to put them on the 13th floor.
Sure.
It's just not worth it.
And I think a lot of people look at Dan Marino.
Yeah, and look at him. He never won it all.
Nope.
Great career, but he never won it all.
And that's ultimately what it boils down to. These are all ways for people to take responsibility and to take their fears and to take their hopes and to take everything that they've accomplished or that they're afraid of and put it on some nice, safe outside object.
Here's the weird thing, too. The number 13, by the way, I had heard that's how many people were at the Last Supper.
All right, Jesus and his 12.
That's where that one first came from, a number thing. But people
wasn't that only if you count Rufus?
Yeah, I'm not even sure. But people that are in the numerology have all kinds of reasons for doing all kinds of things.
Well, I think Judaism considers 13 a lucky number.
Is that right?
Yeah, 13.
I believe the Chinese believe number 8 is a lucky number.
Why? Is there a joke? That sounds like you got a punchline, Heckler.
No, I hang out in Sunset Park. It's the Brooklyn Chinatown, and every Chinese New Year, these people are playing the Lucky 8 scratch-offs.
Is that right?
8 is some kind of, if anybody's Asian, they know this, they should call up, but I know number 8 is a lucky Chinese number.
You know what's weird, too, Horde King? You're talking about ball players will have a lot of superstitions.
Yeah.
Weirder than that is the fans. Fans get crazy, and I have friends that, before their team plays, they'll put their hat on top of the TV.
My little brother Travis, big Dallas Cowboys fan. Growing up, Dallas Cowboy fan, Atlanta Braves fan. Not too much of a bandwagon jumper, is he? He would set up the TV like a little shrine when Dallas played. He had like Emmitt Smith action figures. He'd hang a jersey in the room.
And it just probably allowed him to participate and get the feeling that he was contributing to his victory.
That is kind of true.
And what about rally caps? When you see the players put their hats inside out, like that's really going to do something.
That's cool.
That's also, that's actually a fairly common superstitious way of changing around luck. Changing a shirt inside out.
Right.
I mean, they do it in second grade, inside out day. backwards day, whatever they call
Or
it.
you know what? Here's the other weird thing. If you ever see people, I used to call bingo when I was younger, and people would get up and move in the different areas. They would think that the table or the seat had screwed them up, or that the lady next to them was somehow unlucky.
I do that in Vegas.
That's Atlantic City.
Change
The old
dealer.
ladies in the slot machines.
Right.
They'll knock you on your ass if you take their slot machine.
I had an experience like that in Atlantic City. There was literally like a row of slot machines, and I went in and I started playing a slot machine. This little old lady came barreling into me. Fortunately, this was before my back problems. She literally knocked me over and goes, "These are my machines."
Right, they get nuts over
but
that.
there were like 10 machines here all in a row. She goes, "No, I'm playing all of them. These are my sweet, lucky machines."
All right, Horde King, we got to go to Jim here. Hold on, okay? Because he wants to talk about dogs circling.
All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Have a
Okay.
good night, buddy.
See ya.
All right, go flush and have a shower.
Here's Jim. Jim, you're on Iron Fez.
Hey, Jim.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy, the Horde King's listening too. Go ahead, Jim.
What's up, King? Listen, dogs circle because for many years they were bred to do this because when they were high grasses and they were hunting with their masters, they would have to circle to flatten out the grass to make a place for them to sit down.
No, actually, they do
Not
it.
in my house.
They do it because they associate something positive with it. For example, you open up the door for them once, and then they go out, and they associate the behavior they did immediately before it with the circling or with whatever other behavior they're doing. It's not something that was bred into them. It's not a genetic trait that dogs have. Once they would stop having the need to circle the grass, they would stop doing it because that's a behavior, not a genetic inherited characteristic.
Here's a weird one where some of these people are sending these in to us offline. See if you've heard this. If 3 people are photographed together, the one in the middle will die first.
Really?
I never heard that one.
Here's what Fez and I always try to put like if a listener asks for pictures, we always stick them in the middle.
I did notice that. You guys probably were aware of it on some level, maybe subliminally, but you knew about it.
All right, here's some more number stuff. Here's Mike. Could you stay on with the Sword King?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Here's Mike. You're on the air, buddy.
Mike, go ahead, buddy.
Code 2069.
All right, buddy.
There's your hooah.
I heard that the number 13 is the most unlucky number coming from caveman days, that the cavemen were able to count their 10 fingers, each foot as a separate number, and the 13 was supposed to represent the unknown. So that's what makes it unlucky. They don't know anything past the 13. I mean, past the 12.
I didn't think they counted at all.
Yeah, they did.
Man.
They're so stupid.
All right, thanks, Mike. All right, I'd never heard that one before. Why not count their toes? They weren't wearing shoes. Why not count sticks?
So you mean like if they had a pile of 14 rocks, they weren't getting anywhere past 12?
Doesn't even make sense. Here's Dave. Dave,
Well, they went from 12 rocks to 14 rocks. They
Hey, buddy.
how you doing, Dave?
Dave, go ahead. You're on the Horde King.
Okay, so the number 8 in Chinese is based on the I Ching. So they have broken lines and straight lines. So if you could take different combinations of those, and like you could come up with 8 different combinations, like a straight line and a straight line and a straight line and a broken line.
All right, was it the I Ching or I Ching? Because it's just an I there.
Oh, who the hell cares?
Yeah. Well, I guess the Chinese.
That's the Chinese rune casting, right?
That was the Wang Chung.
Exactly.
Wang Chung.
Thanks, Horde King.
Here's Mike. Mike, you're on the Fuzz.
Mike.
Hey, boys.
Yeah.
Buddy.
What's happening, man?
Yeah.
I used to be a baseball pitcher, a closer, and I tried to come in like the last inning, but the last 2 innings, like the 8th inning, top of the 8th, I would have to brush my teeth because I knew I would be going into the game. Every game.
I can't even get Fez to do that after meals.
I brush my teeth exactly when I'm supposed to, twice a week.
Yeah, but how's your curveball?
It stinks. Believe me. It stinks.
It stinks like my breath.
All right, here's Joe. Joe, you're on Fez.
Joe.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
Buddy.
Hi, I have to pass my greens before I take a shower. I don't know how else to put it.
What's the green?
He's got to drop mud.
Yeah, I was thinking, are they still green at that point?
I hope not.
Yeah,
Not
sometimes
your
they're green,
age.
sometimes they're brown. You know how it is.
Yes, he's an infant. He has strained spinach for dinner, and it just goes right through him.
Well, at least it digests easily.
I think a lot of people just want to talk duty talk to us. You know, my mom had one, and I've kind of picked it up, is you don't put a shoe box with shoes in it on the table.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one.
She would freak out. No, I do it. And I don't know why. And my kids will go, why? And I go, I don't know. Just get it off.
I wonder if that's an offshoot of the maternal "don't put your feet on the couch."
Is that right?
I'm asking. I don't know.
I'd like to get a woman to tell me to not take my feet off the couch. Because I'll wake the kids up for that beating. When you start buying the couches, then you can tell me where I can put my feet. Now I'm getting all out of control.
You got to be comfortable.
All right, here is, yeah, I know. I got to be comfortable, Fez, and I can't be with all the constant nagging. Eric, you're on the Fez.
Eric.
Yeah, hi. I wrote it, Fez.
Hey.
I used to have this, old superstition where whenever I was watching the Yankees, if I put a CD on my head, on my cap, you could, snaps into the little tippy top of the cap.
Right.
The Yankees would win. And I did this for 4 years in a row. And then that year when they played the Diamondbacks, the CD fell off and they lost. See
son
what
of
you
a bitch,
did?
thank you.
God.
You son of a bitch.
Way to go, Eric.
It's my fault.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I messed it up.
And I felt it. I said somebody actually dropped the CD. I could feel it.
It's funny. The drug convictions that year had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Black Earl, I don't even know if he's here tonight.
No.
As soon as the playoffs start, Black Earl starts growing a beard. And the beard stays on his face until the Yankees are done in the playoffs.
All right, here's Phil. Phil, you're on I Run a Fez.
Hey, Phil.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Fez.
Hi, Phil.
Cardholder 10752.
Hoo-hoo-ah!
Thank you. I used to play sports in high school like the last guy, and I used to have a ritual that I used to have to go through before every game, one of which included dropping a deuce before every game.
All right, fine. And that makes sense. You're getting rid of the excess baggage. I understand it completely. That's it.
You're right, Ronnie. They just want to talk duty talk.
Well, yeah. I mean, these things make sense, though. You're going to participate in a sporting event. You want to clean your system out.
Like dogs will do that before a fight a lot of times.
Oh, that's true. Or, at the dog track. You always look for that dog that's just dropping a nugget on its way to the gate.
Right.
I guess the horses in Central Park seem like they're always about to run at Belmont.
I think a lot of them used to run in the old days. They ain't running no more. Mike, you're on the air. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Yeah.
I know about the shoes on the table thing.
What is that?
It comes from, I think, Ireland, my grandma told me. When the Undertaker would come to visit and someone died, he'd put new shoes on the table for the corpse to be buried in.
See? All right, thanks a lot, Mike.
All right, have a good one.
Why would the Undertaker put the shoes on the table?
You just with an Irish thing, you just got to go along with it. They never make sense.
Just accept it.
I learned that as a little kid, that you just nod along with it, but nothing they say ever makes sense.
A better question is, why put new shoes on a corpse?
It's true. Let's send the son bitch in barefooted.
Put me in my slippers.
You want to be comfortable.
You don't want him to stub his toe in heaven, no. He's got to have something nice there.
If I show up in heaven in ugly shoes, I'm going to be so embarrassed.
Boy King doesn't think you're going, Fezzy.
What?
He thinks Fezzy...
Imagine spending eternity with tight pinching shoes. That would be even
Boy
worse.
King.
Boy King thinks that Fezzy's just going to disappear one day. No more Fez.
Gone.
Just gone.
Now, Earl,
food.
Earl, what other rituals do you have with the Yankees other than growing your beard during the playoffs, which, by the way, is pretty thick anymore? By the second week of the playoffs, you're looking like ZZ Top.
He looks like the black G.I. Joe. Earl, your family always kills a chicken and rubs it all over your sister, right? Is that it?
No.
What do you do?
No, this was last year was the first year I didn't buy the official World Series hat that has the patch on the side.
You and CD hat. You blew the series.
Alone, it's terrible. Together, it's insurmountable.
In 96, bought the hat, they won, and I also wore my Yankee ring. Did it in 96, did it in 98, did it in 99, did it in 2000.
Do me a favor, don't screw us up this year.
Then 99, bought the hat, they won. Last year, didn't buy the hat, they lost the World Series.
Earl, do me a favor. If you have any rituals that make sure the sun comes up in the morning, keep on doing it.
Buy the hat. You buying the hat this year, Earl?
They make the series, absolutely, because I did everything else, but they didn't win the World, but buy the hat, and they lost the World Series.
Why didn't you buy the hat?
I don't know. I was so sure they were going to win. And I was, you know what? And I went, I'm going to kill these little superstitions that I do.
Now's not the time to get cheap. Buy the hat.
And when I played ball, everybody has a ritual when you're playing ball.
Yeah.
Whether it's, like, I jump over the batter's box. If I'm coming, I'll jump, won't touch the chalk. Every time I did it, got a hit. Every time I did, didn't get it.
Well, you always see guys like cleaning their bat, like that's going to matter. You know,
Well, once it happens once, you do it once and you get a positive result.
That's
you
true.
Start doing it again.
You watch.
But if it works for you, that's a good thing, right, Horde King?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
It doesn't do any harm. Although, in the long run, I think that it's always a bad idea to get away from the idea of being responsible for your own actions.
Well, but maybe if you kind of keep anchoring in all the positive things that you've done before. I think for performers, especially live performers, it snaps in, okay, this is it. You know, it's like you're clicking off things before the space shuttle takes off.
Oh,
you know?
it could also be a form of focusing.
Right.
Yeah, it puts you in that mindset, the same one you were in before when you killed.
You watch any game, like if you watch Derek Jeter, he'll always like tap his shoulder or something, like to keep the shoulder back so you don't pull out too early and get ahead of the pitch. Or Nomar Garciaparra, he does this whole thing where he flaps everything on his wrists, like batting gloves, wristbands.
You know what else is really interesting about ball players, and it would be cool to talk to a hypnotist about this, is that when they're really in the zone, they honestly believe that they slow the ball down.
Yeah,
that they see so much better, and they're so much faster, that almost like they're playing with time a little bit.
I've never heard that.
Barry Bonds once said when he went on this home run tear, the year he broke the record, he said he could literally see the laces of the ball.
Right, and I've heard different people talk where they honestly think that they could count the laces, like Ted Williams would say that. But it's almost a form of self-hypnosis, you know, Horde King?
Do they say this all the time, or just when they're like on a streak?
When they're in the zone.
When they're in the zone, yeah. And it's just like a guy who hits 3 points, basketball, he honestly believes that he changes the distance where the basket looks much bigger to him, it looks much closer than it actually would be any other time.
The whole idea is like when you're in the zone, the ball looks like a watermelon.
Right.
It sounds like it may be a form of hypnosis, but I don't really know enough about hypnosis.
It all looks like Melinda Earl.
Do you believe in hypnosis, Horde King?
Well, qualified, yes, but very qualified. I went to a hypnotist for my back pain.
Right.
And the guy couldn't do anything for me. But I guess, like, you know, if morphine and fentanyl's not doing it, then hypnosis isn't going to do it either. It was very nice for imagining I was in a balloon floating off somewhere, but it didn't do anything for the pain.
Yeah, but you were floating away with your back pain.
Yes.
All right, Mikey D just showed up. What do you got for us, Mikey?
In the theater,
one
of the main superstitions is not to say Macbeth backstage.
Why?
What happens if you're performing Macbeth?
If you're performing Macbeth, that's a different story, but I think...
they call it the Scottish King, right?
Right, the Scottish King, and it was supposed to raise the demons, so it would be, like, unlucky for the show.
Bad show.
Show.
He who should be nameless.
Yes.
What's the break a leg thing?
The break a leg thing, I never knew what that was about.
Here's what I always think in a theater. One of the worst things that could happen to you is that you would fall off the stage. So you actually say that, break a leg.
So you don't fall off the stage.
Because if you say good luck, you've jinxed it, and then you're going to fall off the stage.
Right.
So you say break a leg so the person won't. That's just my own thing about that.
Also, no whistling in a theater, right?
No whistling in a dressing room.
In a dressing room.
In a dressing room, right. That's supposed to summon the demons as well. I don't know, all this witchcraft stuff.
Any Christians?
Are you talking about demons or like New York Times critics?
That could be both.
Here's yours, Mikey. They never get caught with any of the older boys when you're wearing those costumes you used to wear. Hey, I was watching Robert Evans.
Kid stays in the picture.
The kid stays in the picture. So they're showing different things. They show the scene with Mikey D, but I don't think you make it. But they're showing that Pacino scene.
Oh, when The Godfather.
When he's talking about The Godfather. I have to go back and see it again because I yelled Mikey D in the theater.
There he is.
Which you should never yell.
You're not supposed to do that.
Did you go see it yet, Earl?
No, not yet. I'm pretty
Hysterical. Even though he doesn't mean it to be.
What is it? Remember Wade Boggs? He would always eat chicken before he
I'd eat his chicken.
I know someone who always ate chicken before things, but he's no longer with the show.
Oh, yeah, Al Dukes.
Oh, yeah. Not
I
lucky
haven't
for
heard
him.
from Wade Boggs lately either. I wonder what the connection is there.
I hope they're together somewhere in heaven.
Eating chicken. Chicken heaven.
Or Horde King believes everything just shuts down.
Oh.
Well,
King.
if you can derive some satisfaction and some type of comfort from believing that your life continues.
Actually, I get more satisfaction thinking that Fez's life won't continue. Now,
why would that give you satisfaction?
It just seems funny, the look on your face when there's nothing, and you prayed so hard your whole life for no reason. When that whole time you could have been out shooting virgins, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, can you imagine, Fez, like if a long time from now, if you die and you go up to heaven and it's the Joker there, not Lex Luthor?
That'd be great.
Good one, Hoyt. Is this segment done?
All right, now we got Tommy. He's a director. He wants to explain the Macbeth thing. Tommy, you're on the air. How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Ron. Hey, Fez. I can explain the theater traditions to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, the Macbeth thing, there's never been a production of Macbeth that did not have a complete disaster area, a complete train wreck in the performance.
Maybe it's just not a good play.
Well, you're supposed to refer to it as the Scottish play.
Okay, the Scottish play.
Right. The whistling is the guys who used to be stagehands were sailors, and they would whistle to each other to indicate when it was time to bring the set in.
All right, that's
so
good.
if an actor was backstage and he whistled, they would bring a set in. And at the wrong time, and people would get hurt.
That's
so you're
funny.
not supposed to whistle backstage.
An actor whistles, the stagehands start moving trees.
No, it's
That's
very
exactly right.
You know what's really funny is that you look at those names, like, and they still use it in movies and stuff, like grip and key grip. I think, isn't that all even like sailor terms?
Yeah.
Somebody was telling me that. That's
rigging-
because they were good with ropes.
Yeah,
it makes
because
sense.
of the rigging to fly the scenery up into the building.
Hey,
In the
careful,
wintertime-
Earl's here.
White people are so scared of black people.
Oh, I'm sorry, he said rigger. I'm sorry, that was my fault.
Oh.
That was my fault, he said rigger.
Yeah.
Tommy, have you directed anything on Broadway?
No, I work out on Long Island for a touring theater company, and Long Island has a really big theater community, and there's a lot going on all the time, so I work out here.
Good.
I just wanted to help you out.
Yeah.
Well, as they say in your trade, break a leg.
Thank you. Oh, you want to know where that
Crack a
comes from?
tooth. Where's that?
Bust your sternum.
Good luck. It's good luck to say. It's bad luck to say good luck. So they say break a leg. Dan, I don't know.
You can't say that. This isn't like some sort of crazy Long Island experimental theater.
You could beep.
All right, yes, we can't. We're not TV.
How can we bleep?
You bleep. I hear you bleep all the time.
We never bleep. We have to cut out a whole section.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. In theater, Fez and I work clean. And I'll tell you what. We won't work blue.
That's where the hook comes out and takes me off.
All right, Tommy. Thank you, my friend.
Good night, gentlemen.
See, in the future, we have to remember to refer to it in the technical term, caca.
Caca. Is that the end of the show, really?
That is it tonight. We are done.
Wow, what a crap show. Wow, we were bad.
It's great talking to you guys.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good night.
Your Majesty.
We'll see you later, Horde King.
Bye.
Very good man there, the Horde King. I know he doesn't believe in angels, but he's been a very little nice angel for this show.
That's true.
He's always helping.
He had to believe in himself.
What's that mean?
We're Ron and Fez, and we will be back tomorrow right after Opie and Anthony.
Sid. Knock on wood, we'll be back.